combating the scourge of gender-based violence. Participants have suggested that gender-based violence should also be declared a national priority and be included in the school curriculum. The presidency now has 6 months to form a national strategic plan to deal decisively with gender-based violence. And the Fisheries Department has announced a reduction in the total allowable catch of crayfish for next season of more than 40%. This follows the World Wildlife Fund for Nature recently approaching the High Court to have the allowable quota reduced due to dwindling crayfish stocks. Spokesperson Carol Moses says the total allowable catch is now 1,084 tonnes compared to 1,924 the previous season. Moses said the quota for commercial offshore fishing is 575 tonnes and 163 tonnes for nearshore fishing. The season will be open from 15 November 2018 until March 2019. Making international news headlines this morning, 19 suspected jihadists linked to a deadly attack on Coptic Christians in central Egypt have been killed in a shootout with police, the Interior Ministry said yesterday. Those killed in the exchange of fire were part of a cell that left dead 7 pilgrims in Friday's attack in the Minya province. The terrorists opened fire on security forces who responded, the statement said. Copts, a Christian minority that make up 10% of Egypt's 97 million people, have in recent years been repeatedly targeted by IS jihadists. And a chemical that makes glioma the most common form of brain cancer, Glow Pink, could help surgeons remove the cancer safely, a trial suggested. Scientists gave people with suspected glioma a drink containing 5-ALA, a substance known to accumulate in fast-growing cancer cells. During the operation, surgeons reported seeing fluorescence in 85 of the 99 patients it was administered to. Researchers hope this will make it easier for surgeons to distinguish between cancer cells and healthy brain tissue. Treatment for glioma usually involves surgery, and the prognosis for patients is often poor. As we relieve your news headlines for the 6 o'clock bulletin, we'll run you through on those headlines in half an hour's time. Once again, right now, let's take a first look at our sport.
Let's get the tough stuff out of the way first. In rugby, the Springboks' first game of their Euro tour ended in defeat as they lost to England by a frustrating 12 points to 11 at Twickenham on Saturday. South Africa went into halftime with an 8-6 lead. England bounced back, scoring 2 second-half penalties to see out the 1-point victory. And other international results from the weekend: Ireland crushed Italy 54-7. Wales beat Scotland by 21 points to 10, while New Zealand, they thrashed Japan 69-31. Then in cricket, far more positive, the Proteas took a 1-0 lead in their 3-match ODI series against Australia, thanks to a 6-wicket win in yesterday's first ODI in Perth. After being put into bat first, Australia could only manage 152 all-out. In response, the Proteas easily made it to 153 for 4 with 20 overs remaining. South Africa could seal a series victory if they win that second ODI that takes place in Adelaide on Friday morning. Then in football, locally, the final 4 teams in the Telkom Knockout Cup were decided this weekend as the quarterfinals took place in yesterday's only match. Kaizer Chiefs pulled off a 1-0 win over SuperSport United thanks to Ramatle Mpatlele, found the back of the net just 30 seconds after Chiefs had missed a penalty. In other results, Pirates beat Amazulu 3-1, Bidvest Witsau, reigning champions, down Maritzburg 2-1, while Baraka, they stunned Sundowns 2-0. And then finally, in athletics, Ervet van Zyl set a new Soweto Marathon record yesterday as she won the 42-kilometer women's race. Van Zyl crossed the line in 2 hours, 33 minutes and 43 seconds, beating the previous record by 3 minutes. That was set back in 2011 by Lesotho's Mamoralo Choka. In the men's race, Ethiopia's Sintayehu Lagesi crossing the line first in 2 hours, 19 minutes and 10 seconds. And of course, we'll expand on some of the major sporting highlights in just a moment with our weekend sporting review.
Oh, thank you so much, Graham. Well, let's get your morning underway by taking a first look at your temperatures. We want to say a big thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. Ian Forbes sent us this one overlooking the ocean from Kalk Bay and Cape Town. Today, you can expect partly cloudy conditions with occasional thunderstorms, reaching a cool maximum of only 14 degrees. But on that note, let's take a look at the rest of the temperatures across the country. If you're in Polokwane today, a low of 18 can be expected with a high of 31. Mbombela 18.33, Pretoria 15.28, Johannesburg 14 with a high of 26. Mahikeng 13 reaching a high of 30, Klerksdorp 12 reaching a high of 29. It's partly cloudy in Kimberley today, 8 with a high of 31, Bloemfontein 7 reaching a high of 30. If you're in Richards Bay, 19 with a high of 26 can be expected, Pietermaritzburg 13.26. Durban 17.25, Mthatha 8 with a high of 25. Thunder showers is expected in East London, 10 with a high of 21. Cradock 5, reaching a high of 29. Port Elizabeth 10-17, George 8 with a high of 13. Sutherland starting off on a cool -1, reaching a cool 12 as a maximum. Cape Town only a maximum of 14 for today. Worcester 5-13, Springbok 2 with a high of 16, and Uppington 6, reaching a high of 27 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather. I hope you have a fantastic Monday.
Well, happy Monday morning to you, and of course to all the matriculants who are preparing themselves for another day, another exam. Man, right off, of course, off of the back of physics that they wrote on Friday, today as well. Luckily, the weekend was long enough for you to study for paper 2 of science, which is chemistry.
Which absolutely needed for the 2 days that you've had of the weekend. And I hope that you are prepared for it.
Yeah, that along with computer application tech paper 2, which doesn't offer much relief if you're doing like 10 subjects in both of those you're writing today. But good luck, guys. It's okay. You're gonna make it. Chemistry is the fun part of physical science.
Well, let's see if it is the fun part. I'm actually going to quiz you this morning to see if it is just as fun as you make it out to be, Kat.
Dude, okay, all right.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know how much of it you remember, because, of course, 20 years ago... Okay, so listen to this. I want to know from you. In a chemical reaction, an oxidizing agent will be A, lose protons, B, gain protons, C, lose electrons, or D, gain electrons.
In an oxidizing reaction.
Yeah, in a chemical reaction, an oxidizing agent,
I think it loses electrons, because I'd go with that one.
Okay, all right. Well, that is actually incorrect. The correct answer is lose protons.
All right, yeah. As you clearly said 20 years ago.
You do need quite a bit of practice for this one, and I hope that you have practiced if you are writing today, because otherwise you're going to walk into the exam room and do exactly what Kat has done now, and it's a fail.
Oh, man, forgive me, chemistry gods.
Oh, listen, good luck, matriculants, if you are writing today. Yeah. Well, you know what? The good secret is a good breakfast before you head on over to that exam.
Yes.
So, Princess, do you mind if I order a croissant for this morning?
Get your croissant. As you can see, myself and so we're starting a band, clearly, with our... no, not really. We'll tell you just now. But listen, we're going to run you through all the weekend sporting action. Of course, we're all very much still trying to swallow hard on the fact that the Springboks did not make it through. Wow, what a tough one. Did you watch?
I did not, but I heard the guys at the polo, every time the crowd went crazy, you knew something was happening.
Well, Ashfaq Mohammed's here. We'll run you through.
Okay, well, listen, you're wondering why do we have these sticks? It means Cindy Abrams is in the house. She is going to do a pound ab workout. Ewan is up to the challenge.
Ouch.
Thank you, Princess.
Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee. See you after the break.
Don't take credit. Unexpected coming from a bank. But just think about it. Using credit to finance a flashy lifestyle to show that you've arrived won't help you live better. What's new today is old tomorrow, except for the debt that you still have to pay. But do take credit to renovate your home, buy a more reliable car, or pay for your children's education. If that's your goal, then Capitec will help you realize your dreams. Because living better starts when you get credit for the right reasons.
mix of things, can we have reverb on the vocals? Yeah, slow. And then keys up and up. We'll still sound check, so we'll hear. When we sound check, we'll hear.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It is a Monday, the beginning of a brand new week, and we know that we've had what a weekend that we have had. The game on Saturday with the Springboks playing up against England, and of course, unfortunately, the Boks losing to England by 1 point, which means that, of course, they didn't win the entire game. But well done, boys. You did do well. We asked you on social media what your thoughts on the game were. And we've got Sabele Cele saying, I didn't tune to rugby, but congratulations to the Springboks because they did their best and they made waves. Amen to that. Hashtag Expresso Show. Here's Farahans saying, well done, regardless. Vincent Lamini says, good morning, Expresso family. Have a great day. Thanks for that. Daze says, unfortunately not. I was busy studying for my exams. Wish me luck, guys. Good luck, Daze. And as well as one from Timmy saying, good morning. Unfortunately, was occupied, but unlucky. But it's not like the Boks were nullified. It's just 1 point. Did you watch the game? What did you think? Hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, there were contrasting results and emotions for our national sports teams this weekend as the Proteas recorded a pretty emphatic ODI winner over Australia, while the Springboks fell to probably one of the most frustrating one-point defeats against England that we've ever seen. Digital Sports editor Ashfaq Mohammed is back with us this morning to share his frustrations on our South African performances this weekend. Of course, plenty of positives on the cricket. Ash, welcome back, bud.
Thanks, man.
So much hope ripped away from us. Turnovers conceded, 19. Does that tell the tale of the tape? We dominate possession, we dominate territory for the majority of the game, create so many opportunities, so many positives, and we lose by 1 point.
I just think the whole mindset going into the game was sort of try not to make mistakes. And there already you're going to lose the game because you're not going out there to stamp your authority on...
Here it comes,
yeah,
boom.
Yellow card, crime, straight yellow card, penalty.
We're just going to loop that. That's Owen Farrell shoulder charging, not allegedly, but quite clearly on camera, Owen Farrell shoulder
and what
charging
makes it
on
worse is that
Esther
he went to the TMO and then didn't ask the TMO for his opinion. He saw it on the big screen, Angus Gardner, the referee, and made his own call. I mean, he's so far away from the big screen. The rest of the world saw it's a shoulder charge.
So I'm going to take Russie's line here because this would have given us a very kickable penalty right in front of goal, or pretty close to, which probably would have given us the win, a win that we didn't deserve, or didn't earn at least.
Look, they had enough position and territory, so you could say on that basis they should have won.
Yeah.
You know, but you had so many opportunities. You get in the red zone. I mean, the one time Saboon Kosi got the ball, he scored a try because they actually played with their hands instead of just bashing it up or kicking the ball away.
The right side, the quick hands, Warren Whiteley proving his worth.
So
absolutely
why didn't
amazing.
they do that more often? You know, you just don't understand why they were just going for the more each time.
I'm going to, again, probably take a line from the Springbok management. Are we allowed to talk ill of Malcolm Marx? Clearly, you're not allowed to sub him.
No.
He's such a fantastic player, but we didn't see one turnover. I think we only saw one turnover from the entire game from the Springboks. At what point do you call it and say, OK, we need to get a man in there? Every line-out opportunity where there were goal-scoring opportunities were lost through ill throws.
No, that's the problem with reputations. You build people up. He was nominated for World Player of the Year this week.
Justifiably,
Look, he's had a good season, but if you're missing your jumpers with no contesting from England either, that makes it even worse. But yet he stays until the 74th, 75th minute. That's just inexcusable. That is why they lost, and the coach has to take the blame for that. I mean, that's just totally...
And I'm glad that he did take the line, despite the hilarious memes that are going around. He didn't blame Angus Gardner like Wikipedia did. I don't know if you caught the upper deck to Wikipedia's profile on the man. Don't say we're endorsing that. But he did take it on the chin, saying it was very much our responsibility, which is the case.
Hopefully he's learned his lesson in how they should play. That last 5 minutes, Ambrose Papier came on, Elton Yankees. Suddenly there was zip in the back attack. They moved the ball, quick hands, got in there, and then Lord Jager just lost the ball 5 meters from the line. I mean, if they had played that way the entire game, they would have scored 3-4 tries.
Let's talk about the positives. Damien Dealendi, just back to his best, breaking the line. Beautiful step. Damien Willemse, beautiful step, control,
How did he take
kicking.
those high balls, eh? Yeah, just plucked it out of the air.
And Sabu and Corsi,
Yeah.
you've highlighted as well. I think one of the standout players, probably going to be awarded, I think, one of the Breakout Player Awards of the year. So fantastic performance there from the English to fight back in front of a sellout English crowd. So we'll give them that one. Next on, we take France. But let's move swiftly on to something that we can celebrate. A dominance over Australia in our first ODI.
Australia just never got out of the blocks, you know, losing early on, early wickets, Dale Steyn bowling quickly, getting the ball to shape away. And I think that pitch also helped the South African quick bowlers. You know, there's quite a bit of nip in there. And if you're down like 6 for 66 or something like that, you're not going to recover from there.
And good for Petluquar getting as the top kind of wicket taker.
Yes.
We know that he's a fantastic all-rounder and you need someone like that, but he still needs to be able to take wickets.
Yeah, the backup, because, I mean, you have Steyn and Gedi opening the bowling, and you got Kagiso Rabada coming on first straight. That's serious bowling. Imran Tahir, one of the best white ball bowlers in the world as well. So Petluquar needed to back up there, and he really did well.
Yeah, and they moved to Adelaide for their next on Friday morning, and I sense a series wrap-up. Ash, I'm sorry it was such a frustrating weekend, but of course...
it was better against France.
Yeah, I've no doubt that we'll see a massive knee-jerk reaction there, a bounce back from the Boks, but a fantastic performance by our Proteas, and of course a couple of winners there in the Telkom Knockout Cup as well. Big surprise for me. Undoubtedly, Sundowns going down to Baroka FC, but they'll move through to the Final Four. But that's a wrap of your weekend sport.
Right, getting warm, getting stretched on your Monday morning as we start off a brand new week. We're hanging out with Cindy Abrams this morning, who's going to put us through a bit of a Virgin Active pound workout, focusing on the abs this morning, getting that core nice and strong. So join in, get out of bed, just have some fun with us. How's it, Cindy? Give us a high five there. Bam.
Good, and you?
Nice. All right, so we have our little iconic little green stick. So just quickly run me through, what are we doing?
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to work our abs. So you want to activate your core, spine straight, bend the knees.
Got it.
If you find that you're getting tired, don't slouch. It's bad for you. So keep the spine straight.
You want to make sure that you protect your spine.
Yes.
Right.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go for
Cold
this.
outside, so you have to go for it now.
I'm going to try my best, eh?
So you're going to tap.
Okay. Got
And
it.
you're going out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Lift your legs up.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
Hold. And starting on the right and change.
Okay. All right, we got this. We got this.
Keep going. Don't stop. Now, to make it interesting, you're going to lift up the sticks.
Okay.
Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back.
You really have to engage your core on this one.
And open, close.
Okay, I've got it. No warning, I can do it. But you can really
And
feel.
lift the legs up and tap down. Legs down, shoulders back. Keep the legs down, change. Side to side. How you feeling?
I'm good, the abs are burning.
You're not twisting.
I am twisting, I can't twist more. Jeez, like it.
And back up. Now, side, go. Is it getting warm yet?
My abs are getting warm, yes.
And forward and back. Whew.
Yo, shows you it's so important to exercise your core. I think a lot of people kind of dismiss the fact that they need to do core work when they're in the gym. Are we done? We can continue.
Can you?
Yeah, of course. We've got a minute left. Yes.
So you're going out. Now, when you use your shoulders, when you go up, side, now, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Yo, core is burning, core is on fire. We love it. Cindy Abrams joining us this morning for a bit of a Virgin Active pound session, pounding the abs this morning.
Arms in.
So make sure that you actually focus on working your abs. Don't forget to do it. I think people are lazy to do it.
And some is coming.
But this is what you can't avoid in a pound class, which is good. You're going to get it in there. Cindy's going to be back with us. Thank you very much, Cindy. Put it there. No. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. A little bit of a pound workout starting your Monday morning off fresh.
All right, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. After a very short break, we get to know the ladies behind the music of today, Aura and the Kites.
That's right. And you know what? Holiday time is around the corner and there's nothing better than camping. Today you get to spin the wheel and win big on some camping gear. That and a whole lot more still coming up after the break.
Wonderful.
You can make my day.
Voted best courier in South Africa for over 10 years, at Globe Flight, our approach is to simply keep our word. When the quality of our courier service was certified ISO 9001 compliant, it only confirmed what Globe Flight customers already know, that from domestic same day to international air freight, Globe Flight delivers smiles 24/7, 365.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Morning, and this is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. Thanks for starting the week off with us as we get to know our guest artists this morning, and they are Aura and the Kites in the studio, ladies and ladies. Yes, Women Crush Monday. That's how we're doing. Ladies, great to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So we're going to get to know you firstly with a 60-second little brief question scenario. You answer with the first thing that comes to mind, and then we'll get to the serious stuff. Are you ready?
It's dangerous.
Big breath?
Like one by one? Or,
one by one. We'll start with you first, Jamie, then we'll go to Ntokozo, then Tegan at the end. So with every question. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Start the clock. Here we go. Your favorite local artist?
Oh, Southern Wild.
Same. You know my name. Bam Bam Brown. Salam.
Your favorite international artist?
Bon Iver.
Sigaros. Sticky Fingers.
Favorite song at the moment?
That one by Billie Eilish, When the Party is Over. Yeah.
Listen to Thank You Next by Ari, so that's what I'm feeling right now.
Also Ari, Thank You Next.
If you could invite 3 celebrities to dinner, who would they be?
Invite 3?
Yes, celebrities.
Okay, Justin Vernon. It's a lot. I don't know.
It's a lot. Okay, I'll give each of you one.
Back.
So Justin Vernon.
Yeah, that's it.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
It's too much. Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. There we go. That's a classic. Your favorite pizza topping?
Margarita. Simple.
What?
Margarita? Topping.
Oh. No, that's a whole pizza.
That's a whole pizza.
Then bacon.
Bacon, standard. Bacon's got to be the one.
I was like, who has alcohol in their pizzas? Margarita. All right. Sorry. Okay. That's enough time. Cut it.
That was so nerve-wracking.
Really?
Stressful. It's a lot.
Now comes the real questions.
Hectic.
Listen, tell me about the name. Because I was wondering earlier on, is it Aura like Oprah, or is it Aura like Aurora?
Aura like Aura.
Like your aura.
So had I been blessed with a middle name, my parents did not. Hello, Eric. Hello, Liz.
Call them out.
They did not bless me with one, but I was told in my old age I would have been named after my aunt, who was Aura.
Oh, wow.
So I just went with that, and then was kind of going for like a Florence and the Machine name, and Aura and the Kites came to be from that. And
the machines were already taken. You're like, kites are much better because at least they fly.
Florence.
And where did the whole idea of you guys getting together start? Because I understand you're actually friends. Proper, you're best friends.
Best friends.
Like besties for the resties type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big time.
Till death.
Just stamp it in there. So when did it go from, okay guys, we're really tight together, we like hanging out together, but we're also talented musicians, so let's actually do this seriously?
Well, I think Kozi, she's always been like performing, and Tigi's also always been performing, and Kozi was on stage, like she had done a show, and then she kind of thought, well, she wanted to make a band,
yeah.
Expand to a band.
And amazing singers were my best friends, so we said, why not?
Yeah.
Let's just jump straight in.
Is it easier or harder doing it as friends? Because I'm assuming like every band has fights, right?
I wouldn't know it any other way.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like the first band that I've ever been a part of, and it's the best band because
Super easy.
it is easy because you can fall apart and like be built up together and nervous and support one another emotionally because you know what each other needs.
Very true.
And we don't really fight. I mean, if there's an issue, because our friendship is so strong, I think we're able to be like, listen,
This is what's up.
no.
Yeah.
It sounds like just fun all the time.
Yeah, it is.
You have no idea.
We're quite silly, so it's good.
Give me some of your best memories thus far.
As a band?
As a band.
As a
what
friendship
you've
band?
experienced.
I think one of my favorite is we played a festival in Cape Town in like the Centre for the Book, which is like meant to be this quiet space, and they had this whole musical festival there. And one of our favorite artists, he came and played like quite a few internationals.
Malone,
Kip Malone from TV
Laura
on the radio,
Brown,
like
Dave
was
Deppa.
listening to him since I was little, and he was just so friendly
Such
and
a
amazing.
humble, amazing person.
Yeah.
And to have that, the band we're here with today was the band that we played that festival with, and it was just like the chemistry, everything has been amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
full band, our boys in the back. You'll see them
Listen,
later.
I am genuinely excited to hear you perform today, so thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I hope that you all will be staying tuned, that you don't miss out on music live on your Feel Good Breakfast show by Aura and the Kites, ladies and gentlemen!
Right, let's run you through your news headlines, starting off with your national news on your Monday morning. In the wake of the two-day presidential summit on gender-based violence, the approximate 2,000 delegates from NGOs, research institutions and religious groups have adopted and agreed on a declaration which comprises a national plan of action. Then the Fisheries Department has announced a reduction in the total allowable catch of crayfish for next season of more than 40%. This follows the WWF for Nature recently approaching the High Court to have the allowable quota reduced due to dwindling crayfish stocks. Making international news headlines this morning, 19 suspected jihadists linked to a deadly attack on Coptic Christians in the central Egypt have been killed in a shootout with police. Those killed in the firefight were part of a cell that left dead 7 pilgrims in Friday's attack in the Minya province. And lastly, a chemical that makes glioma, the most common form of brain cancer, glow pink, could help surgeons remove the cancer safely, a trial has suggested. Treatment for glioma usually involves surgery, and the prognosis for patients is often poor. Those are your news headlines. We'll run you through those news headlines again at the top of the hour.
Just touching on the major headlines this morning on the sporting front in rugby, the Springboks' first game of the Euro Tour ended in defeat as they lost to England by 12 points to 11 at Twickenham on Saturday. In cricket, the Proteas took a 1-0 lead in their 3-match ODI series against Australia, thanks to a dominant 6-wicket win in yesterday's first ODI in Perth. That's second match taking place on Friday in Adelaide. Then in football locally, a massive weekend as the final 4 teams in the Telkom Knockout Cup were decided as Kaizer Chiefs beat SuperSport 1-0, Pirates beat Amazulu 3-1, while Baroka stunned Sundowns 2-0. And finally, in athletics, Ervet van Sail set a new Soweto marathon record yesterday. She won the 42-kilometer women's race in 2 hours, 33 minutes and 43 seconds, while Ethiopia's Asinta Yahu Legassi won the men's race in 2 hours, 19 minutes and 10 seconds. We'll touch on those headlines again in a half hour's time.
Well, before we get into your traffic, commuters can breathe a sigh of relief as there will be a decrease in the petrol price of 16 cents per litre. That's however, and diesel and illuminating paraffin will both increase by 30 cents a litre. And due to the rand's modest gains against the US dollar, the 95 grade of petrol will cost 16 rand 52 cents a litre and diesel will cost 15 rand 94 cents per litre. But looking at the roads, let's start off in Gauteng, where we start off in Linwood on the N1 southbound. There's been a multi-vehicle accident. This is after Atterbury Road. The left lane has been obstructed. Delays can be expected. Please approach with caution. And then we move to Cape Town in Langa. There's been an accident. This is on the N2 inbound after Jakes Gerwel Drive. All lanes are open, however, expect heavy delays coming into town this morning. That's where we leave your traffic, but let's take a look at what to expect in your temperatures for today. We want to say a big thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. Jenna Marie sent us the spectacular pink sunrise overlooking the ocean in my hometown in Amanzimtoti in KZN. Jenna, you can expect cloudy conditions in the afternoon with some afternoon showers, reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. On that note, let's take a full look at the temperatures, starting off in Polokwane. A low of 18 is expected with a high of 31. Mbombela 18, 33. Pretoria 15, 28. Johannesburg 14, reaching a high of 26. Mahikeng 13 with a high of 30. Klerksdorp 12 with a high of 29. If you're in Kimberley, partly cloudy conditions, a low of 8, a high of 31. Bloemfontein 7 reaching a high of 30. Richards Bay 19, 26. Pietermaritzburg 13, 26. Durban 17, 25. Mthatha 8 with a high of 25. Some thunder showers is expected in East London today, 10 with a high of 21. Cradock 5, 29. Port Elizabeth 10 with a high of 17. George 8, 13. Sutherland starting off on a cool -1, reaching a cool 12 as a maximum. Cape Town 11 with a high of 14. Worcester 5, 13. Springbok 2, 16. And Uppington a low of 6 with a high of 27 degrees Celsius is expected for today. That's where we leave your weather. If you have any beautiful sunrise photos, feel free to do so on the Expresso Facebook page.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Well, summertime is here and it's time for you to start making plans to go out there and enjoy yourselves with your family, especially if you're an enthusiast of the outdoors. Then you'll be very, very happy to know that this week our wheel is going to be giving away prizes that are for people who love exploring the outdoors, who love camping, who love just being within nature. And of course, this is of course brought to you by loot.co.za, and you can be part of the magic win great prizes by simply downloading the newest loot.co.za app on your phone. Once you've done that, screen grab the home page and then send that to 071-640-6551 and you could win. Also, don't forget to register on the app itself. So it is time to take our first of 3 callers of today. Let's have a listen. Nadim, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing this morning, man?
I'm doing okay.
This is Nazim. Nazim, where are you from?
I'm from Cape Town, Johannesburg.
Excellent stuff, and I hope that you are a lover of the outdoors because our prizes are inspired by that, and hopefully one of these prizes will make your holiday extra special. Have you had a look at the screen? There they are. Look at that. Prize number 1, that char griller acorn kamado, valued at 10,999 Rand. Man, that should set you off pretty nicely for the holiday season. Are you an outdoorsy kind of person?
Yes, sometimes, yes.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So, having a look at those prizes there, which one would you most love to win?
I would like number 1.
Number 1. And how would you like me to take it to number 1 for you? Should I just apply full force, just a little bit of force, or medium kind of force to the wheel?
Take it full force.
Oh, I'm going to give you full force on this Monday morning, Nazim. Good luck. Hope it stays at number 1. Here we go. Come on, Luke. Get in there. All right. Woo! I haven't seen that ticker go so quickly. Okay, here we go. We passed 1 a couple of times. It's feeling like it might actually get to it. 1 more revolution. Keep going. Oh my word, if it lands on number 1, I'm going to lose my mind. Stay there! So close, but what you have won yourself is a Kita comfy outdoor storage box valued at 999 Rand. Nazim, it's all yours! It's all yours! It's all yours! Nazim, are you there?
I'm still here. I'm still here.
How do you feel, man? I'm not sure if Nazim can hear me. He's probably like ecstatic running around the house right now. Thank you very much for signing up for the competition, Nazim. And of course, you can do the same at home by downloading the latest loot.co.za app. Screen grab the home screen of the app on your phone and send it to 071-640-6551. And who knows, you could be one of our lucky callers who gets to pick one of the prizes. I'll spin the wheel for you, and who knows, you could be walking away with the loot.
Oh, man, you're going to stick around. The wheel will be spinning all morning. We're going to have a lot of fun. Talking about spinning wheels, we're using the smaller spinning wheels of a skateboard to change lives across the world. Now, in Mzansi with a brilliant NGO, in fact, an award-winning NGO that's also earned them the right of being our Mandela Monday heroes.
That's absolutely right. And then they have rocked crowds all across Cape Town, really getting people smiling and jamming. And today they are in studio with us. It's Aura and the Kites, ladies and gents. They're going to be performing on your Feel Good Breakfast show after the break.
This coming Thursday on Winner Home, the competition gets cooking as the design duos start creating the heart of their home with some of the most ambitious collaborations yet. Will their designs be a recipe for success, or will it all go up in flames?
Well, we're all about pushing boundaries, honey. The highlight of the space is going to be this unit here.
Yes, man. That is wild.
Catch the design drama on Winner Home Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3, with a repeat on Saturday at 3 p.m. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand Prize Luxury Penthouse Apartment by Bowen Properties.
No, which sound check? Okay, so introduce it. 1:30. Okay, go, Eddie. Eddie.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso on SABC3. It is Monday morning and the excitement is certainly real as the 2018 Mandela 100 Global Citizen Festival is ramping up as some of the continents and world's hottest musicians are all descending on Mzansi. That's Sunday, the 2nd of December, in celebration of Mandela's centenary year. Now, since the festival is being put together by the international organization Global Citizen, who are also taking a stand against extreme poverty, we're taking a closer look at the artists who have motivated a global movement to move closer to their goal.
And man, these are superstars. I mean, internationally, Nigerian singer and songwriter Wizkid is known for his collaboration with rapper Drake on that hit song,
I Wanna One Dance. That one.
Yes, and of course this song reached #1 in 15 countries. Now he's born in Ayodeji, his birth name is Ayodeji Ibrahim Balogun in Lagos, and of course he was born in July of 1990, and he's been recording music, since the age of 11, and he's released an album with the Glorious Five, a group he formed with his church friends, and now he is, this is like way back when, Throwback Monday even, and then now he's just internationally recognized and loved by so many.
That's right. Well, also singer known by fans as Starboy has shown his charitable generosity once by bestowing gifts of 100,000 Nigerian naira each to physically challenged people during a visit to his childhood neighborhood in the Surulere area of Lagos State. Now, he has held concerts for charity. He has, visited Benin Republic to donate food and wheelchairs to the less privileged. That
is awesome, eh? That's what you call using your impact and your influence for the greater good. And speaking on his involvement in the upcoming festival, he said, "It's amazing to join the Global Citizen Movement and pay tribute to an African legend. We can achieve anything when we come together and take action."
That's
Wise
right.
words, couldn't have said it better myself.
I know. Well, we know the tickets to this event is absolutely free. You have to earn them. So the next draw for the ticket allocations, it will take place on Tuesday. That's the 13th of November. So take action. Take an action journey to be part of this special moment. You can join Wizkid and others in being the generation that changes the world around for the better. For more information, you can visit globalcitizen.org. to get all of the information that you need and how you can get involved.
And then you can also be there, front row, just, I need a one dance. Someone never seen nobody.
Definitely earning their right on that list of being game changers, world changers, live changers. We love our Mondays. Why? Because we get to introduce you to our Mandela Monday heroes, organizations like Skaterstan, who are an NGO that have been winning awards globally by changing lives through the humble tool that is the skateboard, all the way from Afghanistan through Cambodia and now on to Mzansi.
Like the late Nelson Mandela said, sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire and the power to unite people in a way that little else does. Our Mandela Monday heroes for the week are the team at Skaterstan, an organization that's aimed at uplifting and empowering the youth through skateboarding.
Skaterstan is for children aged 5 to 17 with a focus on girls from low-income backgrounds. The aim is to keep them involved for the long term so they become role models in the community.
All right, Chris, tell me how this organization all started.
In 2007, and our founder and executive director, Ollie, was in Afghanistan. And he was skateboarding through the streets of Kabul, as one does, and he found that skateboarding was a fantastic way to interact with local youth, to break down barriers, to make connections, but also as a hook into education for local youth. We have our second skate school in Mazar-e Sharif, has the highest concentration of female skateboarders anywhere in the world thanks to Skaterstan's work.
You don't only aim to develop skateboarders through this program, but also community leaders. Talk to us about the various programs that the kids undergo here.
Yeah, so it's kind of a combination of what we do. We combine sport and we combine education. So, for example, to take our Skate and Create program, we have 1 hour of classroom-based learning and 1 hour of skateboarding. So both skills are being developed at the same time and kind of together. And some of the things that we focus on, particularly with the Skate and Create curriculum, is arts-based learning and creative education. But there are also skills beyond that, which are increasingly important in the 21st century. So, for example, the soft skills like having confidence, like perseverance, being able to solve problems. These are things that we really want to encourage and instill in our students here.
Daniel, you were once a beneficiary of this program and now you're giving back to the organization. How is it like being part of such a great initiative?
The experience has been amazing because, you know, like I started here as a volunteer and then later on I was taught like how to do educational lessons and how to like teach the kids. And then eventually I became an educator here. And then the cool thing also about working in this organization is we work with kids from all different backgrounds and like most of them come from like low-income families. And then it's nice to have them come here and engage with us on a daily basis, you know, and like us having to teach them the stuff that we do here, like arts and homework help and also do the skating.
What key lessons have you taken away personally from interacting with these young kids on a daily basis?
I've actually learned that, you know, as a person you need to have an open mind and also like just be patient and like listen, because we work with a whole lot of kids and they always come with different moods, having to deal with them, you know, like the patience and having to like understand that people are different and also not being judgmental. You know, like skating, you know, we're always learning how to fall and get back on our feet again, you know, so it teaches you to sort of like be humble and just know that you're also a person, yeah.
How is it like seeing some of the youth who were once beneficiaries of this program now giving back to the organization?
It's so important to the sustainability of what we do. You know, we don't just turn up for a year or so and disappear. We come here and we're here for the duration. Something like 70% of our staff are former students. And, you know, that's good from a sustainability point of view. It shows that we care in the long term. But it's also great because they understand our programs. You know, who understands the programs better than the people who have been part of them before?
For a first-timer like myself, how difficult is it to get into skateboarding?
It's actually not a difficult thing to do. It's just that it's a mental thing. For me, I really find it easier than what people think it is. So it's actually that easy once you get rolling on the board.
Creating leaders for a better world was always the goal of Skaterstan, and their innovation, fun way of reaching out and developing strong, determined young South Africans is paying off.
Incredible initiative indeed. Now, we would like to first and foremost give a shout out this morning to all of our matrics out there writing chemistry, technical sciences and computer application tech today. And we're wishing you all of the best. Good luck. Now, of course, speaking of students, today we are excited to launch the start of the BioStrath Exam Challenge. Now, we have found 4 students who each have their own personal battles when it comes to studying, be it concentration, stress or even energy. But with the help of BioStrath, we expect to see an improvement during the course of their exams and And starting today, we are going to follow their journey during their exams. And also stick around because I'll tell you how you can walk away with a nice little BioStrath hamper as well. Now, let's meet our first two students, grade 8 Nathan Lindley and his mom Toinette, and grade 9 student Tyler Doyle and his mom Natasha. Good morning and welcome to a Feel Good Breakfast Show. How are we feeling? Exam nerves, is it there?
Yeah, I'm a bit confident.
You're a bit confident?
Yeah.
That's good. When are you starting to write?
I'm starting exams today.
Today, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, you look calm, cool, and collected. And yourself, you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
And you
Exams only starting next week, so I still got a week to prepare for it.
To get in there. Okay. Right. So now, Toinette, Nathan, can you believe your baby's growing up?
I know.
Hey, how do you feel?
Sad.
I hear you. But today is, of course, the launch of the BioStrath Exam Challenge. It's very exciting to have you guys here. How do you feel that Nathan will kind of flourish through the exams, specifically taking a look at a product like BioStrath would help like things like energy, concentration, those kind of things?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm hoping for. So he's just started taking it, so we'll watch and see. But yeah, in terms of focus and energy around studies and around writing those exams and long days and nights because he's studying. So, yeah.
Awesome. And Natasha, what about you? If you take a look at the benefits of BioStrath, do you think it's going to make a big difference or improvement?
Look, as I said, he only started taking it last week.
Yeah.
But there is a difference. You can notice, you know, his ability to study. He can study a bit longer than, I suppose, normal.
Yeah.
But other than that, you can see a difference. And as a bonus part is that it's 100% natural. So I know that I'm giving my child everything that is natural and it's fine. And I've no added anything else.
Exactly. And that is what you want if you go into an exam, especially a stressful period, you know, for students. Nathan, I need to ask you, I mean, the exams are literally starting off for you today. You say you're feeling a little bit confident. What are you most nervous about? Because you're writing English creative writing.
But I would say I'm most nervous about Afrikaans because there's lots of language and stories and comprehensions I need to learn. But I'm an Afrikaans student now, which will take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you, Tyler? I mean, is there anything particular that stands out for you that can say, like, well, this has got me a little bit anxious?
I definitely think mathematics, because there's a lot of practice and formulas that you need to memorize and go through. So
yeah, but I'm sure you've got this. You know, just keep that cool head and dig deep, man. You've got this. Now, how do you go about studying, Nathan? Do you have any specific way or method? How do you get through it?
So basically, I like summarize all my work together, and I make keywords. I make a study timetable, so I know what I'm going to do on a specific day. And yeah.
And has he so far been a very good student?
Yep.
Yeah.
He has been a very good home student.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Tell about your Tyler, about your kind of build up to the exams. I mean, how do you approach it personally in your own capacity?
Well, it's basically the same as Nathan's. You go through all the work over the year, summarize it, sort of brainstorm about it, take different keywords out, see what's most important on it, and work through that.
What is challenging for you when it comes to studying for the exams, building up to it?
Probably the amount of work for it.
Yeah.
Just like the whole year, and you need to go through all of that again. So that's basically just the challenging part about it.
Yeah, just get the discipline right as well. And Natasha, has he been very fixated on his studying? I mean, what's the home environment been like?
No, he's actually done really well. You know, a lot better than what in previous times. But I think now, because of the amount of work, he knows he's kind of got a crunch time now. Yeah. So not leave it till the last minute, which would have been the case. So now he's starting. He's prepping.
I love that. I can't wait because it's going to be so much fun to see how you guys go through the exams, especially with this challenge as well. And I wish you all of the best, eh? Yeah, man, you got this. The babies are growing up very quickly, very, very quickly. Now, with 100% natural formulation and containing over 60 nutrients, BioStrath, of course, gives our bodies everything we need to stay healthy, to stay sharp for the end of the year exams. With BioStrath, it is clinically proven to assist with focus, immune support, energy, recovery, and also stamina, which is vital for our students. Now, you, of course, can stand a chance of winning a grand prize of a stationery starter pack for 2019 and BioStrath products to the value of 3,000 Rand to get you off on the right start for 2019. So what you need to do is simply head on over to our social media pages and tell us how you would, or how would BioStrath help you with your day and your day-to-day challenges at that, be it your studying or even just your home life. Include that hashtag as well, BioStrath Exam Challenge.
Only BioStrath gives your body more than 60 of the essential nutrients it needs every day. BioStrath, get what you need naturally.
All right, time for us to take a short break. When we come back, live music coming to you from Aura and the Kites.
And then our resident techie, Brian Smith, he's going to be telling us all about WhatsApp and their plan to have Facebook ads on the statuses. How do you feel about that?
No.
Changing the game. Stick around on your Feel Good Breakfast show after the break.
Oh, jeez.
Every Thursday evening at 7:30, Winner Home gives you the chance to be a weekly winner in our live Open the Door giveaway, where you get 3 chances to win big. Enter online now at winnerhome.tv and you automatically get entered into the grand prize competition, where you could win a fully decorated apartment at the Part of Play Lifestyle Estate in Somerset West, valued at over 3 million rand. The lucky winner will also get to choose which of the apartments beautifully decorated by our 3 competing duos they want to call home. Do you prefer the glamorous design aesthetic of Team R&K? Would you choose the Afrolicious style of Team Contrast Control? Does the permaculture of the Perma Peeps speak your design language? Best of all, it doesn't matter which apartment you choose, because all 3 have a spectacular view of the golf course and the mountains. Winner Home, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3, with a repeat on Saturday at 3 p.m. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Oh, well, welcome back. Well, we all know what that tune means. It's a happy tune because every day millions of people around the world celebrate their birthdays. So as we welcome today, the 5th of November, we want to do a special birthday shout out to some of our favorite celebs. But of course, you at home, you are our most favorite. So we want to do a special shout out to you.
In fact, we're going to let someone else do the shouting out this morning. We've got a very special mom. We love our moms on the line. Carmen, are you there?
Yes, I
am. Good morning, Carmen. First of all, how are you feeling on this very special day? I mean, you are speaking in code here now. We've got a very bad line, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep persevering because you've got a very special young person there that you want to wish a very happy birthday. Do you have a message for your unbelievable son, Alex, to share with us?
Yes, I want Alex to have a really big day. He's going to have lots of fun. His mommy loves him. He's not that his brother.
Oh, man. We are looking at the cutest Count Dracula picture ever of young Alex. Very sweet. Yeah.
Alex, any special... Well, can we ask, are you guys going to do anything special for the birthday? Is Alex there? Okay, well.
Okay, well, we're going to have some cake. Princess is going to give us some cake. We're going to have cake on behalf of Alex this morning. And we hope he has a smashing birthday today. Thank you so much for the love.
That's right. And of course, if you are celebrating your birthday and you would love to receive a call from us on your birthday, send us your contact details, include a photo. Perhaps you want to wish someone you love a happy birthday like Carmen did with her son Alex. You can email birthdays at Expresso, in fact, it's birthdays at Cordova.tv.
Oh man, happy birthday, Alex. We're going to eat some cake on your behalf, or at least
Alex, what happened to the diet?
Oh, come on, let's
Come
eat some
on,
cake
man,
on
it's
behalf of
healthy.
Alex.
It's carrot cake. It's carrot cake.
All right, it's time for music right now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Aura and the Kites in the studio. Here's a song called Lucid Dreams.
Lucid dreams told me be happy, but I don't know how to shake this melancholy. It's all I know now. The news is knotted with my folly. Shall I bow out? Blue is this cruel gold curtain that I laid out. Every step I take is a fall in a large crowd. Confused by anything not laced with an ominous sound. Ruled by an iron cast heart, it's a cage full of rage, but to break in the cloud of the love that let me down. 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 Some dream told me be happy, but I don't know how. Some dream told me be happy, but I don't know how. The love that let me down. The dream told me let me down. The love that let me down. Some dream told me be happy, but I don't know how. It's a dream told me be happy, but I don't know how to shake this melancholy. It's all I know now.
let's take another look at your news headlines. It's your Monday morning. Starting off with your national news. In the wake of the two-day presidential summit on gender-based violence, the approximate 2,000 delegates from NGOs, research institutions and religious groups have adopted and agreed on a declaration which comprises a national plan of action. This will see government and all stakeholders work together in combating the scourge of gender-based violence. Participants have suggested that gender-based violence should also be declared a national priority and be included in the school curriculum. The presidency now has 6 months to form a national strategic plan to deal decisively with gender-based violence. And the Fisheries Department has announced a reduction in the total allowable catch of crayfish for the next season of more than 40%. This follows the World Wildlife Fund for Nature recently approaching the High Court to have the allowable quota reduced due to dwindling crayfish stocks. Spokesperson Carol Moses says the total allowable catch is now 1,084 tonnes compared to 1,924 the previous season. Moses said the quota for commercial offshore fishing is 575 tonnes and 163 tonnes for near-shore fishing. The season will be open from 15 November until March 2019. Making international headlines this morning, 19 suspected jihadists linked to a deadly attack on Coptic Christians in central Egypt have been killed in a shootout with police, the Interior Ministry said yesterday. Those killed in the exchange of fire were part of a cell that left dead 7 pilgrims in Friday's attack in the Minya province. The terrorists opened fire on security forces who responded, the statement said. Copts, a Christian minority, make up 10% of Egypt's 97 million people, have in recent years been repeatedly targeted by IS jihadists. And a chemical that makes glioma, the most common form of brain cancer, glow pink, could help surgeons remove the cancer safely, a trial suggests. Scientists gave people with suspected glioma a drink containing 5-ALA, a substance known to accumulate in fast-growing cancer cells. During the operation, surgeons reported seeing fluorescence in 85 of the 99 patients it was administered to. Researchers hope this will make it easier for surgeons to distinguish between cancer cells and healthy brain tissue. Treatment for glioma usually involves surgery, and the prognosis for patients is often poor. That's where we leave your news headlines for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll run you through those headlines once again in half an hour's time. But now another look at your sport.
In rugby, a rather disappointing weekend for the Springboks as their first game of the year in tour ended in defeat as they lost out to England by 12 points to 11 at Twickenham on Saturday. While South Africa went into the half-time break with an 8-6 lead, dominating possession, England bounced back, scoring 2 second-half penalties to see out the 1-point victory. In other international results from the weekend, Ireland crushed Italy 54-7. Wales beat Scotland by 21 points to 10, while a second-string New Zealand team thrashed Japan 69-31. Then in cricket, a bit more positive as the Proteas took a 1-0 lead in their 3-match ODI series against Australia, thanks to a dominant 6-wicket win in yesterday's first ODI in Perth. After being put into bat first, Australia could only manage 152 all out. In response, the Proteas easily made it to 153 for 4 with 20 overs remaining. South Africa could seal that series victory if they win the second ODI. That takes place at the iconic Adelaide Oval on Friday morning. Then a big weekend in local football as the final 4 teams in the Telkom Knockout Cup were decided as the quarterfinals took place. In yesterday's only match, Kaizer Chiefs continued their good form, pulling off a 1-0 win over SuperSport United, thanks to... Then finally, in athletics, Ervet van Zyl set a new Soweto marathon record yesterday, winning the 42-kilometer women's race. Van Zyl crossed the line in 2 hours, 33 minutes and 43 seconds, beating the previous record by 3 minutes and was set back in 2011 by Lesotho's Mamoralo Choka. In the men's race, Ethiopia's Sintayehu Legese crossed the line first in 2 hours, 19 minutes and 10 seconds. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's take another look at what to expect. Thank you, Graham. Well, let's take another look at what to expect on the train updates and roads. Before we get to that, there's some good news. The price of petrol is set to decrease by 16 cents a litre, costing you 16 Rand 52 cents per litre. Diesel is set to increase by 30 cents a litre. That will cost you 15 Rand 94 cents per litre. And this is due to the Rand's modest gains against the US dollar. Well, on that note, let's take a look at the roads. We start off with train updates in the Cape Flats line. Expect delays of every 30 minutes. The expected estimated travel time from Cape Town to Retreat is 65 minutes, and this is due to speed restrictions and infrastructure problems. And then in Gauteng in Jet Park, we have a stationary vehicle on the N12 eastbound. It's after Craft Road, currently obstructing the right lane. Delays can be expected, so allow for some extra travel time. That's where we leave your roads. Let's take another look at what to expect in the weather for today. We want to say thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. Mafokeng sent us this blue cloudy sunrise from Skyline, from East London in the Eastern Cape. Cloudy conditions is expected for today, reaching a maximum of 21. On that note, let's take a full look at the temperatures across the country. We start off in Polokwane, a low of 18 with a high of 31 is expected. Mbombela 18.33. If you're in Pretoria, 15 is your minimum, 28 your maximum. Johannesburg, 14.26. Mahikeng, 13.30. Klerksdorp, 12 with a high of 29. Partly cloudy conditions in Kimberley, a high of 31 is expected. Bloemfontein, 7, reaching a high of 30. Richards Bay, 19.26. Pietermaritzburg, 13 with a high of 26. Partly cloudy in Durban today, 17.25. Mthatha 8 with a high of 25. East London 10 reaching a high of 21. If you're in Cradock today, 29 is your maximum. Port Elizabeth 10 with a high of 17. George 8.13, Sutherland starting off on a -1, reaching a high of 12 for today. Cape Town 11.14, Worcester 5 with a high of 13. Springbok 2 reaching a high of 16, and partly cloudy conditions in Uppington 6 with a high of 27 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather. If you have any beautiful sunrise photos, feel free to share them with us on the Expresso Facebook page.
Sounds like a pretty smooth start to the day in terms of the weather out there. But of course, there's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica with the Tropica Smooth Fan Competition. Now, of course, this week, Tropica lovers out there are going to stand a chance of winning incredible prizes from our friends at Lewis.
That's right. Okay, well, you stand a chance of winning those incredible prizes from Lewis. Now, with Lewis having up to 36 months to pay, same-day delivery and an optional extended 2-year guarantee, Lewis will really welcome our Tropica Smooth fans home. And don't forget the grand prize of 250,000 Rand in cash, right?
Oh, zaga, 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 zaga. And of course, the Honda Amaze CVT, that prize will be fitted with genuine Honda seat covers, of course, to make your driving experience all the more pleasurable, if you will. So all you have to do is via Tropica, follow the details on the pack, select your favorite celebrity, and stand a chance to win instant prizes like airtime and so much more. T's and C's do apply and can be found on tropica.co.za.
That's right.
Just somebody said pleasurable driving
I did say
experience.
pleasurable. It's like it's weird on a Monday. It's just,
that Honda is awesome. I got to review it on Friday. It really is an awesome ride. Such an aggressive front end. So we're going to take a very quick break. Then afterwards, I'm dying to find out about what's going on. So WhatsApp status updates now featuring Facebook ads.
Very much non-pleasurable. Not pleasurable at all. I don't like that.
That's what happens when things are free. They sneaky with their ads.
Ain't nothing for free.
Nothing's for free. But something that's for free is Cindy Abrams' lesson she's about to give us in that ab workout. That's coming up after the
Ewan's going to pay for it. Ewan's going to pay for it.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily dose of goodness, now available in long life. Crush is spreading goodness by giving away 20,000 pairs of school shoes. See pack for details and stand a chance to win 1 million Rand in prizes for you and a friend. Nominate a school to receive school shoes.
Made with love by Clover. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. It's a Monday morning. It's a fresh Monday morning at that. We're kicking it off with some workout. Earlier on, we were hanging out with Cindy Abrams and giving us a nice little Virgin Active pound workout. And we're continuing once again. So get up off the couch and join in. Even if you don't have one of these, you can take some wooden spoons. Why not?
Yes, wooden spoons.
Yes.
Bottles. Anything, baby bottles. Use
Anything,
them.
Cindy. All right, so cool. For those who missed it earlier on, what exactly are we doing?
We're working our abs today because
Right.
we all know Christmas is coming. We want to be on the beach. So shoulders back, spine straight, bend the knees.
Right.
Protect the bottom of your spine. If
Right.
you find that you're getting tired, don't slouch. If you have a back problem, lie flat down on your back and work the lower abs.
And is this part of an all-pound class?
This is part of a normal pound class. This is the part where we relax, but it burns the most.
Okay, so it's called active rest. We like
Yes,
it. Okay,
active
cool.
recovery.
That's it. So show us how to do it because you can actually do this at home as well, which is fantastic.
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
So
Go for it.
we start pounding on the floor.
Keep the abs nice and tight.
Yes. Also pound from the wrist, not from the arms.
Yeah.
Then you're going out. Now you activate the core by lifting up your legs, bending the knees, holding it there, and we're twisting side to side. Twist.
There we go. Apparently I'm paying for it this morning on behalf of everyone else.
Now to change it up a bit, we're going back, tap, back, tap, back, tap, back, tap. Now speed it up.
There we go.
Change sides. Now let's go. Change. Keep
Really start
going.
feeding the core burning on this one.
And down. Now side, side in, side in, side in.
Got it.
Legs up, let's go. Now up, 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 up. Keep going. Single. Now.
Got it. Got it.
And change.
Nice one.
And down.
So there we have it. This is literally just a couple of minutes. A
Fine.
full pound class. I mean, you're going to have so much core burn going on. It's not even funny. Cindy, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank
We're
you
going to
for
be
having
continuing.
us.
I hope you enjoyed that. That's a great way to incorporate that even into your existing workout if you
Yes.
can. Make sure you work the core, protect the spine as well. Then Cindy, put it there. Bam.
Well done.
Love it. That's your fitness on your Monday morning.
Oh, listen, all the best of luck if you're writing today, because we want to give a special shout out to all the matriculants who's writing chemistry, technical science and computer application tech today. We're wishing you all the best of luck. And today's also a very exciting day as we launch the start of the BioStrath Exam Challenge. Now, we have found 4 students who each have their own personal battles when it comes to studying, be it concentration, stress or energy. And with the help of BioStrath, we're expected to see an improvement during the course of their exams. And starting today, we're going to follow their journey during the exam periods. So let's meet our next 2 students, whose first one is grade 11, Amo Royland, and she's from Wynberg Girls High. She's here alongside her mother, Loretta, and we also have second year University of Western Cape student, Kion Pinard, and his mom, Wendy. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys feeling? This is quite an exciting challenge because, okay, Loretta, I'm going to start off with you. Why do you think it's so important what changes are you hoping or improvements are you hoping to see for Amo during her exam period?
The thing is with Amu, she's actually, beside exams, she's also dance as well. So after school, she's always at dance. By the time she comes back to study, she's exhausted. So I'm hoping that it's going to help her with the energy levels and also with regards to concentration as well, because she's somebody that actually studies into the AMs.
Ooh,
So she hardly sleeps, yeah. So I hope it helps her with, you know, combating her fatigue and just increasing her concentration as well.
Okay, well, listen, we're wishing you all the best of luck with the busy schedule that's currently going on. Wendy, I now have to ask you, how do you feel Kion, your son, will benefit from using BioStrath during his exam period?
Well, he's also a rugby player, so he's extremely busy at varsity. And, you know, with studying, it's exhausting at night. And so I'm hoping also to boost that energy. And I see that you can take it 3 times a day. So that means the first time he takes it. And by the time he wants to take number 2, you'll have that energy again, so, which is great. And definitely with concentration, I am definitely looking forward to seeing good results.
Okay, okay. Well, Amo, has exams started for you already?
Yeah, I started on Friday.
You did. So what are you most nervous about going into exams?
I'm most nervous about my accounting exam, which is
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Because as soon as you make one mistake, it has a ripple effect and it carries on. But I am confident about it. I've been doing past papers and yeah.
Past papers is definitely the way to go. Keon, for you, have you started your exam process yet? And, you know, what are you looking forward to in terms of, you know, combating, if I can put it that way, conquering?
Well, I have not started yet. I started on Friday, but I'm looking forward mostly to the fact that I always feel anxious when I come to the exam. I don't really have a problem studying before, so I'm hoping that it helps with my anxiety and then my stress as well.
Okay. And Amo, I want to know from you, do you find then when you study for exams, do you have a special routine? Is there something special that you do to make sure you stay focused?
Okay, my phone is a distraction, so I make sure it's off, but I always make like my notes 2 weeks before.
Okay.
So like 3 days before my exam, it's on like something new, so I can just revise, so that also helps.
Okay, so preparation
Yes.
is key for you. Keon, do you have anything special that you do leading up to your exams? Because you haven't started yet.
I always start 2 weeks before the time, and definitely mind maps. Mind maps help a lot, especially for me, and like little pictures in the middle and to help me remember everything.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
it's absolutely incredible. Like, we all have our different study methods and we all need all the help that we can get. But I just want to say thank you to all of you joining us this morning. All the best with our students doing with your exams. And you know what, we're looking forward to following your journey, especially with BioStrath, which is a 100% natural formulation and containing over 60 nutrients. BioStrath gives our body everything we need to stay healthy, stay sharp for the end of year exams with BioStrath. And it is clinically proven to assist with focus, immune support, energy, recovery, and stamina. Now, you can stand a chance of winning a grand prize of a stationary starter pack for 2019 and BioStrath products to the value of 3,000 Rand to get you off on the right start for 2019. Now, simply head on over to our social media pages. Tell us how you, or in fact, tell us how would BioStrath help you with your day-to-day challenges. Use that hashtag BioStrath Exam Challenge. It's quite a long one, but head on over to our social medias. It's over there.
Only BioStrath gives your body more than 60 of the essential nutrients it needs every day. BioStrath, get what you need naturally.
Well, Graham Richards, do you know it's the 5th of November today? Do you know what that means?
No.
The start of camping season,
Yes,
ladies
get
and gents.
outdoors.
And our friends over at Loot are going to be telling us all about preparing for that camping stuff that you're going to be doing, camping or glamping. It's going to be lots of fun.
Yeah, and they've got some amazing ways to get you prepped for that as well. Then, of course, we've seen comedy being used for some amazing causes as well, not just to improve your humor, but improve the quality of life of those most affected by the Khayelitsha fires at the moment. We're going to introduce you to some of the comics who are banding together to raise some much-needed funds. We'll see you for that after the break.
Moving out? Need more room? Scaling down? Private property is a great place to start your search. With thousands of new properties from South Africa's top real estate agents, banks, developers, and homeowners. It's the easiest way to find your next home. Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Search privateproperty.co.za.
Enter the Win a Home competition on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance to win a brand new, fully decorated apartment at Parterflay Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million Rand.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It's a Monday morning. We're live, large and in charge on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Time for some tech talk right now. Now, it's alleged that WhatsApp will start showing ads alongside its popular status feature. Now, the messaging service is set to hope to use the ads as a primary monetization mode for the company. And if you're wondering why WhatsApp debuted with no ads, which we all loved, and now they're changing it up, let's unpack that a little bit. We're joined by Brian Smith, our tech expert, who's promised to let us know what this could mean for us out there, what settings you need to recalibrate on your phone so that you stay clear. Always good to have you here, my friend. Thanks so much for joining us. So it came out without ads, which I think was one of the very cool things about WhatsApp as a messaging service, is that it was nice and clean, and we could use it without the odd pop-up then having to press an X and go back to what you were doing. So why did they decide to do that in the beginning?
Most definitely. So I think probably amongst most applications, at least most chat applications, WhatsApp has a pretty interesting origin story in that it was founded by Jan Koum and Brian Acton, who together decided that the internet was already full of companies that were attempting to harvest users' data and show advertisements, and they wanted to do things a little bit differently. So they originally started with WhatsApp with a $1 service fee per year. Some South Africans might remember paying around 14 Rand to use the app per year back in the day.
Yeah, something like that.
Ultimately, however, they completely scrapped that idea and took WhatsApp free up until its acquisition by Facebook.
So why then does Facebook want to come in and, I don't know, maybe ruin the experience for everyone? Because for me as a WhatsApp user, I feel like that would completely ruin the experience. Why is Facebook trying to do this?
So it's a pretty interesting story here in that when Facebook saw WhatsApp, it saw a messaging company that was growing all around the world.
Yeah.
And it saw a platform that it could use to complement the likes of its own messaging apps, such as Facebook Messenger. Now, what's pretty interesting is that WhatsApp was always built on the promise of never showing ads.
Yeah.
So they couldn't really renege on that promise from the get-go. What the original idea was is to instead harvest users' data from WhatsApp and then use that to perfect other Facebook platforms, such as the news feed or even Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
However, European legislation changed all that, and WhatsApp ran aground in a massive lawsuit. So now the only means for Facebook to actually gain profit out of WhatsApp for its multi-billion-dollar acquisition of this chat app is to show ads.
So they're just basically trying to make their money back from the acquisition of this investment. So what exactly could this mean now for WhatsApp users? What are we expecting?
So fortunately, these ads won't actually interfere with our direct messaging interface sort of between friends and family.
Okay.
These will, however, be placed in status, which is takes a leaf from Instagram stories and in turn Snapchat stories. Interestingly enough, although perhaps you might see mixed mileage in terms of your friends and family using this feature, status is already used by 450 million people monthly all around the world. So this is quite a lucrative space for Facebook to put advertisements in the first place.
All right, well, good luck to them. I mean, do you imagine some kind of mass exodus from WhatsApp to, and is this an opportunity now for another messaging application to come and say, hey, we're doing without the ads, just come over here quickly?
I think given the fact that WhatsApp is already used by billions of people all around the world, sort of a mass exodus is unlikely.
Yeah.
However, if anyone's uncomfortable seeing ads in their status lineup, for example, there are a number of different chat applications. Perhaps WhatsApp's most major competitor is Telegram. So there are other options if users become uncomfortable with this.
Yeah, I think people are going to start looking at other options. But as always, thank you very much for enlightening us, man. Of course, you can follow Brian on social media at Brian Smith SA. Let us know which stories from the world of technology have caught your attention. And when you do share them with us on whatever platform, always use hashtag Expresso Show.
Summer is here, which means only one thing. It's time to get outdoors. What better way to celebrate the South African summer with the gorgeous surrounds that we are treated to than to take your family, that special person in your life, maybe even just yourself outdoors and get in a little camping. We've got Dylan Massey-Hicks, the outdoor category manager of loot.co.za, here with some really cool gadgets to show, but also to highlight that we live in probably the most beautiful country on earth. Definitely. It's time to get outdoors. Dylan, welcome back. I think when we consider what we've got just on our doorstep, it seems like a bit of a no-brainer, but as someone who works in the space and gets to revel in this kind of opportunity, why is it so important? Why do you think, what is the value for getting outdoors, having a camping holiday, and what are some of your favorite camping destinations?
So with South Africa, I mean, we sport choice. I mean, there's a variety of different camping site zones along the coast, inland. You know, it's a perfect opportunity to take the family away, relax, you know, take a step back and enjoy the scenery and take it all in. Some of my personal hotspots would be, along the west coast, 22 waterfalls. There's Beaverlack. Down the garden route is Vic Bay. You've got Onrus just down the road. And then up north, you've got the place like the Val Dam. There's also Garib Dam with many different resorts that you can go and vacate at.
I love the fact that there are a lot of resorts that are camp ready. We've got some amazing campsites, some very close to nature, some next to some, as we've just seen, some incredible natural standout features. What kind of outdoor holiday options are there available to us?
So, once again, there's a variety. You've got camping, caravanning, camping being the most cost-effective, for larger families. It's a lot more exciting. You literally take the kitchen sink with you. There's fishing trips, both charter and, just a family fishing vacation. Hiking, we've got some beautiful trails, the Whale Trail, the Otter Trail, the likes. And then festivals. Festivals are big over the festive season. You've got from 2 days to 3 days to 4 days festivals. So, it involves a lot of outdoors and camping.
And we know that the introduction of glamping has changed the game dramatically. It's no longer just you kind of living off the land, but you get to obviously assemble the coolest kit ever. So let's get into the fun stuff here. When assembling, and I'm dropping hints here because we are very close to Christmas, okay? What do we need when we go camping? What are some of the cool things that jump out for you that make you excited about getting onto loot.co.za and kind of equipping yourself for something like this?
So, the perfect tent, choosing the right size. We've got anything from single domes right up to 9-person family compartmentalized tents.
Palatial.
Your sleeping surface, whether it's an inflatable mattress, a stretcher, get your sleeping bags to go with it. Portable refrigeration is important, from soft coolers right up to thermoelectrics, your compressor coolers. On the table, we've got a few options. There's, you've got binoculars for the guys that like to do a bit of sightseeing, bird watching and so forth. Important to keep your coffee warm. With your thermal flask there. Bluetooth speakers with a built-in light. It's a great little option. Awesome. Right up to, some guys like to keep fit. Fitness activity trackers, fitness watches. First aid kits are important. There's a variety of product to kit yourself out. Cutlery, crockery.
And don't forget a lappy. If you're going to be Brian, you need a lappy. You need a couple of lappies, man, at least.
Clean.
You mentioned first aid kit, and that's maybe something that I think people who are uninitiated, because you kind of feel like you're cut off, and that's half the point, is you want to get out of the kind of hustle and bustle, but you want to be safe and you want to be secure. What are some of your tips as someone who works and plays in this field, safety tips going on a camping or an outdoor excursion in general?
Well, first of all, you're going into quite rough terrain. A lot of it is either along the coast or inland in the bush. Comes with a lot of dangers. So if you've got kids and things like that, keep a close eye, especially if there's rivers and dams and things like that, or open pools. Important also when making fires, make sure they're controlled. No blazing flames, as we all like to enjoy a good braai. And just keep a general consensus of what's going on around you. Make sure your tent's locked up and safe if you do go and venture out into the hiking trails and so forth. And just keep vigilant and know your surroundings and plan ahead for every trip that you decide to take.
I think a big part of that planning is going on to loot.co.za and start inspiring yourself, because you're going to start discovering new things that you can do based on what you can find there. That's my biggest issue whenever I go onto Loot, is that I end up seeing things that I didn't know I needed, but then discover that I absolutely desperately have to have. And this is the right time to do it. If you want to get outdoors, make sure that you have every piece of equipment that you could need. And what better way to do it than get it at a one-stop shop. And of course, you can find it all on loot.co.za. And of course, we've got the added bonus at the moment, as you would have seen with our spinning wheel every day, that you can win yourself some of this unbelievable outdoor equipment. It's outdoor season at the moment. What you've got to do is download the loot.co.za app. You've got to take a screen grab of that app. Of course, make sure that you register as well. Then WhatsApp a picture of that screen grab to 071 640 655. And we could be phoning you and you could be spinning that wheel. Dylan, thank you so much, man. And enjoy camping season, dude.
Cool. Thank you for having me.
Right, let's quickly take another look at your news headlines. It's your Monday morning. Starting off with your national news. In the wake of the two-day presidential summit on gender-based violence, the approximate 2,000 delegates from NGOs, research institutions and religious groups have adopted and agreed on a declaration which comprises a national plan of action. And the Fisheries Department has announced a reduction in the total allowable catch of crayfish for next season of more than 40%. This follows the WWF for Nature recently approaching the High Court to have the allowable quota reduced due to dwindling crayfish stocks. Making international news headlines this morning, 19 suspected jihadists linked to a deadly attack on Coptic Christians in central Egypt have been killed in a shootout with police. Those killed in the firefight were part of a cell that left dead 7 pilgrims in Friday's attack in the Minya province. And lastly, a chemical that makes glioma, the most common form of brain cancer, glow pink, could help surgeons remove the cancer safely, a trial has suggested. Treatment for glioma usually involves surgery, and the prognosis for patients is often poor. That's where we leave your news headlines. We'll expand on those stories one more time at the top of the hour.
Bringing you a quick sporting synopsis. In rugby, the Springboks' first game of their year-end tour ended in defeat as they lost to England by 12 points to 11 at Twickenham on Saturday. Faring a little better in cricket, the Proteas took a 1-0 lead in their three-match ODI series against Australia, thanks to a 6-wicket win in yesterday's first ODI in Perth. That second ODI takes place this Friday morning. Then on to the football front, the final 4 teams in the Telkom Knockout Cup were decided this weekend as Kaizer Chiefs beat SuperSport 1-0, Pirates beat AmaZulu 3-1, while the big shock, Baroka stunned Sundowns 2-0. And in athletics, Ervet van Zyl set a new Soweto Marathon record yesterday as she won the 42-kilometer women's race in 2 hours, 33 minutes and 43 seconds, while Ethiopia's Sintayehu Lagese won the men's race in 2 hours, 19 minutes and 10 seconds. We'll expand on those in a half hour or so.
Well, let's bring another quick traffic update, and just a reminder that there will be a decrease in the petrol price of 16 cents, costing you 16 Rand 52 cents a litre. Diesel, however, is increasing by 30 cents a litre. That will cost you 15 Rand 94 cents a litre, and this is due to the Rand's modest gains against the US dollar. Now we look at the roads. We start off in KZN in Durban North on the N2 southbound. There's a stationary vehicle. It's currently after the Umgeni interchange, obstructing that left lane, and then we move to the Western Cape in Bellville. There's a stationary vehicle. It's on the N1 inbound after Durban Road. That emergency lane is currently obstructed. You can expect delays. Allow for some extra travel time. That's where we leave your roads. Let's take another look at what to expect in your temperatures today. And we want to say thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. We have a very special one from Janine Myberg, who sent us this amazing sunrise all the way from Mount Salve Mountains in Geneva, Switzerland. Now, Janine, today, misty conditions reaching a maximum of 18 where you're at, but perhaps you're going on holiday or you have a beautiful sunrise spot at your place. Feel free to send that to us on the Expresso Facebook page. On that note, let's look at the temperatures. Polokwane, a low of 18 for today with a high of 31. Mbombela, 18.33. Pretoria, 15.28. Johannesburg, 14.26. Some thunder showers is expected in Mahikeng, reaching a high of 30. Klerksdorp, 12 with a high of 29. It's 29 in fact, Kimberley, it's partly cloudy with a high of 31. Bloemfontein, 7 with a high of 30. If you're in Richards Bay today, 19 with a high of 26 can be expected. Pietermaritzburg, 13.26. Durban, 17.25. Mthatha, 8 with a high of 25. East London, 10 with a high of 21 is expected. Partly cloudy conditions in Cradock, 5 with a high of 29. Port Elizabeth, 10.17, George 8 with a high of 13. If you're in Sutherland, -1 with a high of 12 is expected for today. Cape Town, 11.14, Worcester 5.13, Springbok 12.2 with a high of 16, and Uppington 6 reaching a high of 27 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather for now. I'll have a final update for you at 8 o'clock.
Oh, thank you so much, Zoe. Well, as you can see, we're joined by comedians in the studio this morning. It's a laugh fest. When we come back from the break, we're talking about the Khayelitsha Fire Relief Comedy Fundraiser. They've come together, all this in the name of fundraising in the efforts to really help the community of Khayelitsha, right?
Absolutely, they're doing some phenomenal work, so we're going to catch up exactly what they are busy with at this stage. Then we're also heading into the kitchen a little bit later on. Kid-friendly, healthy snacks, I think perfect for those play dates. Heading into the warmer summer months, I think it's a great way to add to your little kiddie menu. Stick around for that and more after the break.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. Enter the Win a Home competition by voting for your favorite design duo on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance of winning a fully decorated apartment at Paardenvlei Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand. Plus, you'll automatically be entered into the weekly draw, where this coming Thursday night, you could walk away with a Samsung Top Freezer Combi Refrigerator with digital inverter compressor, twin cooling plus, and smart conversion. And if that's not enough, Capitec clients stand a chance to win a further 5,000 Rand in cash. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Win a Home every Thursday evening at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Sight of the things that make you so magnificent. How these winter scenes are chilling too.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey family, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Now, Kat, excitement for the 2018 Mandela 100 Global Citizen Festival is ramping up as some of the continent and the world's hottest musical acts are descending on Mzansi on the 2nd of December 2018. All of this in the name of celebrating Tata Mandela's centenary year. Now, since the festival is being put together by the international organization Global Citizen, who are taking a stand against extreme poverty, we're taking a closer look at the artists who have motivated all this big shift and this positivity and this goodness happening, right?
And there's a lot of them, including one, Usher Baby. Of course, Usher released his first studio album at the tender age of 14, if you didn't know. That's not him at 14, though. But, of course, he gained commercial success with his chart-topping second album, My Way, back in 1997. He was born Usher Raymond on the 4th of October. Yes, October babies are the best. In 1978. And to date, he's one of the best-selling music artists of all time, having sold some 75 million records worldwide through his career, winning an incredible 18 Billboard Music Awards, 8 Grammys, and those are just some of his achievements.
Now, you went Usher Baby. I almost went,
Usher Baby.
I just want to get your attention. Okay, anyway, over his career, Usher has founded New Look, a social education non-profit charity organization, and he launched Project Restart, which helped more than 700 families with housing and keeping their lights on in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. And in 2011, was honored with the Freedom Award, which is earned by individuals who work for justice, equality, philanthropy, civil and human rights, and humanitarian causes.
Absolutely. I must say, I like your Usher rendition. Just give it to you.
I just want to get your attention.
No, but that was like Usher Spears, though. That was Usher Spears. Anyway, Usher has performed at the 2015 Global Citizen Earth Day event, as well as at the 2016 concert to end AIDS, malaria, and TB edition in Montreal. And, of course, the main festival that took place in New York as well, which I think just continues to highlight his commitment towards Global Citizen and what they are trying to do as a goal to end extreme poverty by 2030. So go Usher, man. I love it. Makes me like the music so much more.
Now, if you want to be part of the action and you want to see yourself at the stadium on the 2nd of December, the next draw for the ticket allocation is going to take place on Tuesday, the 13th of November. So take the action journey to be part of this special movement and join Usher and others in being the generation that changes the world around for the better. Visit globalcitizen.org.za to get all the information on how you can do so.
All right, time to have a little bit of fun with one of our favorite guessing games. We post a particular picture of a particular celebrity. It could be a singer, could be an actor, could be local, could be from our continent or further afield. We blur out, we pixelate that picture, make it almost impossible, but we do then give you a couple of clues as to who this person might be. And then let's see if your entertainment knowledge is up to scratch.
That's right, and we keep it really relevant, someone who's always in the news. So this award-winning singer and songwriter was born in Zaria, Nigeria in 1980, and he's won the MTV Europe Music Award for Best African Act in 2007 and in 2012. And TIN magazine ranked him as one of the richest solo musicians in Nigeria, and he will be coming to South Africa to perform at the Global Citizen Festival. I think just giving the awards that he's won is a dead giveaway.
No, I think this one is a little bit easier than I initially thought. If you think you're on the money already, before you've Googled, please, just put it to the test. Go onto all of our social media platforms. Let us know in our hashtag Guess Who game. At Expresso Show, as always, is the handle to use.
Now, in the wake of the devastating fire in Cape Town's Khayelitsha on Saturday, the 20th of October 2018, Cape Town comedians have banded together to raise funds for relief efforts, with the grand finale taking place on Tuesday, the 6th of November at the Cape Town Comedy Club. That's tomorrow. And joining us to share more ahead of the performance, comedians Angel Campi and Kagiso KG, the man. How are you doing? Hello. Angel, how are you?
Hi, Kat.
Good to have you guys here.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly reflect that you were inspired by the Usher performance you heard, and I heard your inner Usher.
And then the dance moves are my forte.
You know, all right. But you guys are doing an amazing thing. You've decided to put your collective fan base and power together to do something really, really great. And tomorrow is the conclusion of what has been performances, all in aid of the fire that took place. Tell me about that.
Well, there've been 3 in total, because obviously when it happened, all the comedians were just devastated because it's part of our community. And we thought, what can we do? We're always doing pop-up comedy anyway. So the first few were just gigs that we already had planned, and then we decided to just waive our own fees and donate it all to Khayelitsha. And the public has been great. People are swiping credit cards when they get to gigs to add additional things. People are bringing bags because, of course, they lost everything. So you can bring books as well, or clothes, or kitchenware.
To the gig.
To the gig, and we will make sure it gets to the closest point where people of Khayelitsha can get it, because they have to rebuild from scratch.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Yeah.
Is this something that you guys do on the regular, KJ? I mean,
it is, my man.
It's close to your heart.
It is. We did the same thing in Naisna last year. We do gigs for charities all over town.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool that comedy finds itself in these spaces where it's more than just laughter. It's really cool.
Do you kind of get that sense when after a gig people come to you, and of course they've had a good time because the gig was amazing, but then they feel even better because they're able to help in these relief efforts?
Well, exactly. Laughter for a good cause. We put the fun into fundraiser.
Please don't tell me that's your opening line.
No, I promise. That's the only time I'll use that joke.
And what about material-wise? Do you guys sketch new material for these shows, or how do you go about it?
Hey, guy, it's a bit sensitive, eh?
Yeah,
This is where I go.
It, you know what I mean?
This is where I go. I won't.
Yeah.
People have lost everything.
Exactly.
So there's no. Man, I don't have funny things about
a fire.
losing.
Yeah,
I don't have anything about.
But you know what's funny? When we talk about comedy terms as comedians, we always say the gig was blazing, it was blazing. So then we were like, should we call it blazing comedy? And then we were like, no, let's not do flashbacks to fires.
Do we have a fire lineup this time around?
Completely understood. Yeah, that's like, absolutely not.
Burn the house
But
down.
anyway, let's talk about, really, what are we expecting in terms of the lineup at the show tomorrow?
It's the best lineup in the country this week.
Yeah,
so
by far.
If you're just a comedy fan, it's literally the best lineup. Riyad Musa, Kurt Skoenraad, myself, Angel.
Mel Jones, Carl Weber, Dalen Oliver, Chester Missing with Conrad.
Yeah, so that's what you can expect. Literally the best lineup in the country.
And everyone has donated their time. The Cape Town Comedy Club has waived any profit margin, and CompuTicket have waived their profit margin as well.
That's awesome.
So everybody is just doing this for the good of our community.
Yeah. What have you been getting a lot of in terms of donations, and what do you need more of, if I could ask that?
Well,
we need more of everything, my man. 4,000 people are left without anything. So there's not enough. You know, you've got food, you've got clothes for the kids. Nothing is more important than the other thing. It's very difficult to say bring more food than clothes because you know it's a weird space and it's raining. So you can.
I was about to say because yesterday it just decided to rain.
It just decided to rain.
So 4,000 people aren't necessarily housed at the moment.
Yes.
Everything is necessary.
So we need more of everything.
Yeah. I know, guys. Thank you very much for doing this. This is absolutely amazing, and I hope that people will come out by their thousands. Hopefully, pack that venue. Even if they stand outside, put speakers outside the venue. And be like, okay, guys, we're doing. Even you can't see us. We listen. So if you're in Cape Town and can lend a hand towards the Khayelitsha fire relief, then get down to the Cape Town Comedy Club tomorrow night for an evening of comedy for all for a good cause. The tickets will run you at $150 each, but of course, so worth it. And you can find more information at computicket.com. KG, Angel, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Right, very cool stuff. Thank you very much. But now, jumping to the kitchen with a firm Expresso favourite, Grace Stevens, mom of 4, which I still can't believe. It's incredible. We're talking healthy snacks. And it's very easy, of course, with parents having a huge run around nowadays between kids and work, just to grab those unhealthy snacks. But we are making sure that we're looking after the kids, you know, especially going into the holiday season, so that they can snack off some delicious, healthy things.
Yes.
Grace, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Is it a challenge in your house? Obviously, you're preparing healthy snacks, but I mean, you've got kids. Kids are kids.
Of course, and kids always tend to leave those healthy snacks in their boxes and bring them home, you know. But Woolworths has made it so dead easy for us.
Yes.
With all their beautiful, fresh, lovely, stunning-looking fruit and vegetables that we can whip up some few little extra cool things.
But I think the thing that you're going to be doing is making it like eye-catching, you know, so that it looks cool.
That is, they eat with their eyes. If their friend looks into their box and says, hey, that's cool, then maybe that will inspire them to eat it. It's peer pressure at its best.
And also things to keep in the fridge, thinking about the summer holidays coming up now as well. Right, let's put it together. What are we doing?
So I think that you must also let your kids help you do this.
Yes.
All right, so we've got the little tomato.
I'll taste as well as we go along, I promise.
So tomato or grape caterpillar. So you can use grapes.
Right.
And you just want to vary your colors. This again is very eye-catching. On a skewer, this is the head.
Okay.
A little bit of our peanut butter.
All right,
to stick on some raisin eyes. Look at that.
Okay.
That didn't even take me a minute, did it?
And look at that.
That's lovely.
Cute, man.
You can also do it when you stick it with peanut butter on a piece of crunchy celery.
Listen, while you do that, let me just call in one of our comedians. Angel Campy, get in here.
Ooh.
Get in here, Angel. What's up, girl?
Now, why are you calling me in when it's children's food? What are you trying to say about my
I just want to find out, is this the kind of stuff that you had in your lunchbox?
No, it is
really?
not.
What did you have?
She used to give me muesli muffins. No one wanted to swap
We were just discussing now as well. It's a peanut butter sami that people got.
When it's just plain and it's so dry and there's just peanut butter.
I stick to the roof of your mouth.
Well, you and I, we the designated tasters. This morning. Okay, so cool. So we got our celery. What have you done?
So you just do exactly the same thing and
peanut
put
butter
some
glue.
eyes in there.
With tomatoes and celery. Not bad, eh?
Very good.
Not
but
bad.
Where's the eyes? Where's the face? My food has to have a face.
We're getting there. We're getting there. You need the eyes,
Do vegans
right?
eat it if it's still got a face?
Good question. Good question.
Just became
yeah,
offensive.
you can have that.
Oh, shit.
Hey, not bad. Very cute.
But now must I eat it?
Do you want to go? Do you want to eat it?
This is going to be my least classy moment.
It doesn't matter.
They're going to freeze frame me.
Oh, look at the crunch. You get some raisins, you get some peanut butter, you know?
Perfect. She's a skilled chef.
Right, what are you making there?
Now I've just threaded some little clementines onto a piece of cheese.
Okay.
You get the lovely mozzarella sticks as well if you don't have this nice cheddar. And then also some more eyes, because I think kids really like something that's a little bit,
Look at you making little butterflies.
making little butterflies.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
Gives it personality all of a sudden, and
Of
it's
course.
not just obscure food now.
And then they can pick the eyes off first, pick off the wings.
Kids are very destructive.
Smush the body.
But it's doing it in a rather delicious way, which is okay. So, of course, all of these fresh ingredients available at Woolies. They're making it very, very easy for you. Like Grace said, you got a ribbon. What are you doing with the ribbon?
So I think that you want to make food a novelty for them. So
Okay.
I've got a ribbon, and this you can get your kids to do the night before. Just thread on some nice pretzels or some of these cereal. You know, Woolworths has a lovely range of lower sugar cereals, which are really great. Tie them together so that they fit on your kid's wrist, and then pop it on their wrist.
I want one of those.
And then you eat it
And then-
off that. I mean,
Okay.
every kid is going to want one of these.
There we go. You can have one as
Can
well.
I think I need to wear these to my radio in the day.
You should. Listen, SMS the keyword Woolworths to 33728 if you want to get your hands on these recipe ideas. I think it's brilliant. Make sure your kids stay healthy, especially going into the summer holidays. That's Woolworths to 33728. Grace, thank you very much, man. This is some fun ideas. And also, of course, like she said, heading over to Woolies, some great fresh produce for you right there. Very easy to use. Just be creative.
That's the thing. Just kind of be inspired as you walk through the fridges.
Right, now I'm going to go for this because I've never had a combination of tomato, peanut butter, and some raisins.
And it's important to say that no animals were harmed in the making of these animals.
Yes, love it, love it. Woolworths to 33728.
Okay, well, on that note, we are going to be peaking after the break with the Aura and the Kite, so stick around for that.
Oh, then we're opening the lines. I think it's common knowledge that we air all of our dirty laundry live on the show with Dr. Eve. We're going to be posing the question in our relationship chat this morning. Who do you go to? Or do you go to anyone as a third party when you need to discuss things about your relationship? Stuff that should be private. We'd love to hear from you. 021 430 9881. We'll see you now.
One, two, three.
You have been the forest green, the sun at dusk descending. But it seems you've lost sight of the things that make you so magnificent. How these winter scenes are chilling to the knees. You can't see what I see when our eyes meet. Feel what I feel in the dark. Oh, how I love you more when it snows. Don't you know? Oh, how I love you more when it snows. Don't you know? Slowly torn apart at the seams, your mind's become a stranger, withering in the wild wind. Your thoughts alarm to danger, but I'll keep the calm in your storm. Demand my love not to waver. Standing. Yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, a very good morning. Welcome back to the show, and thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new week. Ora and the Kites are in studio making music. Here's a song called Violent Hill.
Quietly you linger in the barrel of destruction. I can see the point of relief implode, waiting to happen. You have been the forest green, the sun at dusk descending. But it seems you've lost sight of the things that make you so magnificent. Oh, these winter scenes are chilling to the knees. You can't see what I see when our eyes meet. Feel what I feel in the dark. Oh, how I love you more when it snows. Don't you know? Oh, how I love you more when it snows. Don't you know? Slowly torn apart at the seams, your mind's become a stranger, withering in the wild wind. Your thoughts alarm to danger, but I'll keep the calm in your storm. Demand my love not to waver. Standing still on the violent hill, nothing you do could shake her. Oh, these winter scenes are begging you to leave. You can't see what I see when our eyes meet. Feel what I feel in the dark. Oh, how I love you more when it snows. Don't you know? Oh, how I love you more when it snows. Don't you know?
Oh, man, wow. Let me come around this way, ladies. Thank you very, very much for the wonderful music that we get to share in with you this morning. Tell me about that song.
This song is an ode to self during some troubling mental health issues. It was kind of a moment between, you know, either diving into the deep hole of the melancholy or pulling yourself out of it. And instead of doing something bad for myself, I sat and I wrote this song, a reminder to love yourself, a reminder that you're magnificent, a reminder that you are more than just, you know, the ugliness of the pain and struggles of like being a human. It's tough.
Yeah. Man, music heals, and thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Thank you for
Hope that
having
that has inspired you on this Monday morning. Let us know what you thought about that performance. We'll have more from Ora and the Kites a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Thanks so much, Kat. 8 o'clock. Let's quickly take a last look at your news headlines on your Monday morning. Starting off with your national news. In the wake of the two-day presidential summit on gender-based violence, the approximate 2,000 delegates from NGOs, research institutions and religious groups have adopted and agreed on a declaration which comprises a national plan of action. This will see government and all stakeholders work together in combating the scourge of gender-based violence. Participants have suggested that gender-based violence should also be declared a national priority and be included in the school curriculum. The presidency now has 6 months to form a national strategic plan to deal decisively with gender-based violence. And the Fisheries Department has announced a reduction in the total allowable catch of crayfish for next season of more than 40%. This follows the World Wildlife Fund for Nature recently approaching the High Court to have the allowable quota reduced due to dwindling crayfish stocks. Spokesperson Carol Moses says the total allowable catch is now 1,084 tons compared to 1,924 the previous season. Moses said the quota for commercial offshore fishing is 575 tons and 163 tons for near-shore fishing. The season will be open from 15 November until March 2019. Making international headlines this morning, 19 suspected jihadists linked to a deadly attack on Coptic Christians in central Egypt have been killed in a shootout with police, the Interior Ministry said yesterday. Those killed in the exchange of fire were part of a cell that left dead 7 pilgrims in Friday's attack in the Minya province. The terrorists opened fire on security forces who responded, the statement said. Copts, a Christian minority that make up 10% of Egypt's 97 million people, have in recent years been repeatedly targeted by IS jihadists. And a chemical that makes glioma the most common form of brain cancer, Glow Pink, could help surgeons remove the cancer safely, a trial suggests. Scientists gave people with suspected glioma a drink containing 5-ALA, a substance known to accumulate in fast-growing cancer cells. During their operations, surgeons reported seeing fluorescence in 85 of the 99 patients it was administered to. Researchers hope this will make it easier for surgeons to distinguish between cancer cells and healthy brain tissue. Treatment for glioma usually involves surgery, and the prognosis for patients is often poor. And that's where we leave your news headlines on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for your Monday morning.
In rugby, the Springboks' first game of their year-end tour ended in defeat as they lost to England by the smallest of margins, 12 points to 11 at Twickenham on Saturday. South Africa went into half-time with an 8-6 lead and a dominance of possession. England bounced back, scoring 2 second-half penalties to see out the 1-point victory. In other international results from the weekend, Ireland crushed Italy 54-7. Wales beat Scotland by 21 points to 10, while a second-string New Zealand outfit thrashed Japan 69-31. Then on to cricket, a little more positive as the Proteas took a 1-0 lead in their 3-match ODI series against Australia thanks to a dominant 6-wicket win in yesterday's first ODI in Perth. After being put into bat first, Australia only managed 152 before being bowled out. In response, the Proteas easily made it to 153 for 4 with 20 overs remaining. So South Africa could seal that series victory if they win the second ODI happening at the Adelaide Oval on Friday morning. And then finally on to soccer, well not finally, but on to soccer, a big weekend. The final 4 teams in the Telkom knockout were decided this weekend as the quarterfinals took place. In yesterday's only fixture, Kaizer Chiefs pulled off a 1-0 win over SuperSport United thanks to a Ramatlwe Mpatlele try, goal found the back of the net just 30 seconds after Chiefs had missed a penalty. Now the results, Pirates beat AmaZulu 3-1, Bidvest Wits downed Maritzburg 2-1, while Baraka, they pulled off the stun of the weekend. They beat Sundowns 2-0. And finally on to athletics. Irvet van Zyl set a new Soweto marathon record yesterday as she won the 42-kilometer women's race. Now Van Zyl crossed the line in 2 hours, 33 minutes and 43 seconds, beating the previous record by 3 minutes, and that was set back in 2011 by Lesotho's Mamoralo Choka. In the men's race, it was Ethiopia's Sinta Yahu Legese who crossed the line first in 2 hours, 19 minutes and 10 seconds. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Monday morning.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's take a final look at what to expect on the roads. Some good news. There will be a petrol price decrease of 16 cents per litre, costing you 16 Rand 52 cents a litre. However, diesel is still set to increase by 30 cents per litre, costing you 15 Rand 94 cents a litre. And this is due to the Rand's modest gains against the US dollar. Well, let's take a final look at the roads. We start off in KZN and Durban North. Now, on the N2 northbound, there's a stationary truck. It's after Solomon Mahlangu Drive. That left lane is currently obstructed and delays can be expected. In the Western Cape, in Kuils River, there's also some congestion on the R300 northbound. It's after Van Riebeek Road off-ramp. Heavy delays can be expected. Traffic's reportedly bumper to bumper. That's where we leave your roads. Let's take a final look at what to expect in your temperatures today. Before we get into them, let's say thank you to all of the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. Ian Forbes sent us this beautiful sunrise overlooking the ocean from Kalk Bay in Cape Town. Jenna Marie, thank you for your spectacular pink sunrise from Amanzimtoti in KZN, as well as Mafokeng Wissen, who sent us this blue cloudy skyline from East London in the Eastern Cape. And lastly, Janine Myberg sent us this amazing orange sunrise all the way from Mount Salve Mountains in Geneva in Switzerland. If you have a picture you'd love to send, feel free to do so on the Expresso Facebook page. But looking at those temperatures, we start off in Polokwane, a low of 18 with a high of 31 is expected. Mpumbela 18 is 33. If in Pretoria today, 15 is your minimum, 28 your maximum. Johannesburg reaching a high of 26. Mahikeng 13 with a high of 30. Klerksdorp 12, 29. Kimberley 8 with a high of 31. If you're in Bloemfontein today, partly cloudy conditions, a low of 7, a high of 30. Richards Bay 19, 26. Pietermaritzburg 13, 26. Durban 17 with a high of 25. Partly cloudy conditions in Mthatha today, 8 with a high of 25. East London 10 reaching a high of 21. Partly cloudy conditions in Cradock 5 with a high of 29. Port Elizabeth 10, 17. George 8 with a high of 13. If you're in Sutherland, -1 with a high of 12 can be expected. Cape Town reaching a high of 14 degrees. Worcester 5, 13. Springbok 2, 16. And Uppington a low of 6 with a high of 27 degrees Celsius. And that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right, well, it's time again to spin the wheel and help you win big, especially if you are planning on spending a lot of time outdoors with the family this coming holiday. Then you're in luck, because this week, not only will you get the chance to win great prizes, outdoor-inspired prizes, but it will also inspire ideas for adventures that you can have with your family. This all courtesy of loot.co.za. And if you want to be part of the action, all you got to do is download the latest version of the loot.co.za app on your preferred app store, screenshot that homepage and send it to 0716406551. The number is on your screen. And then we could be calling you, just like our caller right now on the line. This is Tepang. Good morning, Tepang. Okay, so you're in luck, man, because we've called you and you have the opportunity right now to win great prizes. Earlier on when we spun, prize number 8 was won. So we've replaced that now with the Alva Amakuka stand valued at 1,299 Rand. But there's still a whole host of prizes there potentially for you to win. So looking at that screen there, which one would you most love to win, Tebang?
I'd say number 4.
Number 4, you would love that Vango Latitude 200 sleeping bag valued at 1,778 Rand. Okay, well, let's hope that I can make your dreams come true. How do you want me to spin the wheel for you? Do you want me to go all the way super hard, or like medium strength, or just this? Yeah?
Just super hard for me, please.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way, man. Tepang, good luck to you. Let's hope it lands at number 4 for you. Here we go. Come on, Luke. Woo! Let's get in. Okay, wow, I put in some serious revs there for you, Tepang. Okay, it's going. It's slowing down a little bit. You are hoping it lands at number 4. Will it land at number 4? One more revolution around. I think I'm about to make your dreams come true, Tepang. Come on, one more. Throw it. It's at number 6. All right, so this means you've won yourself the Sky Gazer 4V Tactics Camo Dome, valued at 2,500 Rand. That's all yours, bro.
Okay, thank you. I'm so happy, bro.
Ah, man, no, I'm happy for you, dude. Enjoy the holidays. Hopefully this will help you enjoy those outdoors even more. And this all courtesy of our friends at loot.co.za. And if you want to be like Tepang, then what you need to do is download the newest version of the loot.co.za app. Screen grab the home screen of the app and send it to 0716406551, and we could be calling you to win the loot with loot.co.za.
All right, so we're going to take the quickest of ad breaks, delving into it. As always, Dr. Eve kind of befuddles our brains because we're getting into a very deep conversation. We always share very openly with you and with our viewers, and you guys respond in kind. But when is it? All right,
We
do.
always share
How can you even say that?
Thank
How can you
you.
even say that?
I'm so excited.
we honestly want to know, when is it all right to share, bring in a third party, and who do you talk to? Because sometimes you do need a neutral that isn't in the relationship to offer perspective. 021-430-9081, please give us a call.
So basically, who is your sis Dolly? And also coming up after the break, Aura and the Cut. They perform some more jams, so stick around with us after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's a Monday morning. We are live, large, and in charge. Thanks for starting the week off with us. And you know, right about this time, we start getting into our relationship chat with our expert, Dr. Eve. Oh, agony aunt.
It's like reshuffling plans.
Are we renaming things now? Agony aunt.
I know, an agony aunt. I've been an agony aunt for like 25 years.
Yeah. All right. So our focus today, we talk about the fact that it gives great comfort and relief when you're able to speak to friends or loved ones about certain problems that you may have. But
That's right.
there comes a time when you need to choose what you share, with whom you share it, because it could present a problem to your relationship.
That's right. So our question this morning for you is it okay to talk to a third party when you have problems with your partner or a mutual friend? And when is the time not to do so? We have Dr. Eve in the house, and our number is also open. Our lines are open. It's 021-430-9881. Dr. Eve.
Hello.
An interesting topic.
Yes.
What do the polls
talk about
say?
everything.
What do the polls say?
What do the polls say?
Let's
Because
have a look
you
and see.
usually
I
start
did.
off with a poll,
Right.
where you start the conversation there. So what do most people say?
So the question that I asked is, what intimate relationship information do you share with your friends or your family? And I gave 3 choices, and I actually made a mistake. I left one out. So the choices I gave were, do you share your infidelity pain, your conflict, or money matters?
And what's the one that you left out?
The one is nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some
I should
people
have
do
said nothing.
share nothing.
Yeah.
And what do
Tabiso
most
said
people say
nothing.
they share?
So most people, 46% are sharing conflict, 35% share infidelity, and 19% are sharing money. I just want to say to viewers, you can join in the poll right now. We're going to keep looking at it. If you get onto my Twitter feed, you'll be able to do that. So that's kind of interesting that money seems to be the more personal thing. I think let's just kind of start out with looking at the benefits, the pros and cons of actually sharing, and what should one be sharing, if at all.
Yeah.
Why do we share? Because we do have a need to be able to let the explosion out of your heart. It's like really hard to carry all of that pain. I work a lot with trying to teach people how to contain the pain and to endure the pain without having to vomit it all out to somebody, because that can really be quite destructive to you and to your relationship. Why do I say it can be destructive to be sharing all of your pain? It's because you're going to only get, the person who's receiving it is going to only get one side of the story. Also, they may be very skewed in their approach. They also may be quite harmful to what information they're going to be sharing with you, or advice they're going to be giving you, because it may be quite self-serving. Like, for example, you could have a friend and you could say, I'm really having trouble with my boyfriend, and going into the details about that. And they may actually like the fact that you're having problems because they get to have more time with you, or they may fancy your boyfriend or your girlfriend. So you're not going to get a really scientific or a really neutral approach to that. And also, you put that person into a third wheel situation. They're right in the middle and they have to make choices, which is very unfair to that person who you're sharing with. So I don't think it's always a good idea to be sharing all your stuff. There are certain times you do have to share. You really do have to share. And of course, that is when there is abuse or there's violence happening in your relationship. You must share. You must let somebody know, I am in trouble in my relationship. I do want us to talk about who do we share with and who do we do not share with. And
all
the
right.
thing, we're going to come back to that, because that's such a strong point.
We certainly are.
Thank you.
Certainly a strong one. Well, Dr. Eve is with us. If you've got a comment or a question, our lines are open. It's 021-430-9881. We'll see you in just a bit.
Well, we love Mondays here on Expresso, and the reason for that is because we get to bring you real-life stories of everyday superheroes like those at Skaterstan. It's an award-winning international non-profit organization. They empower children and young people through skateboarding and education. They've done it in Afghanistan to Cambodia, and more recently, the inner cities of Mzansi.
Like the late Nelson Mandela said, sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire and the power to unite people in a way that little else does. Our Mandela Monday heroes for the week are the team at Skaterstan, an organization that's aimed at uplifting and empowering the youth through skateboarding.
Skaterstan is for children aged 5 to 17 with a focus on girls from low-income backgrounds. The aim is to keep them involved for the long term so they become role models in the community.
All right, Chris, tell me how this organization all started.
In 2007, and our founder and executive director, Ollie, was in Afghanistan. And he was skateboarding through the streets of Kabul, as one does, and he found that skateboarding was a fantastic way to interact with local youth, to break down barriers, to make connections, but also as a hook into education for local youth. We have our second skate school in Mazar-e Sharif, has the highest concentration of female skateboarders anywhere in the world thanks to Skaterstan's work.
You don't only aim to develop skateboarders through this program, but also community leaders. Talk to us about the various programs that the kids undergo here.
Yeah, so it's kind of a combination of what we do. We combine sport and we combine education. So, for example, to take our Skate and Create program, we have 1 hour of classroom-based learning and 1 hour of skateboarding. So both skills are being developed at the same time and kind of together. And some of the things that we focus on, particularly with the Skate and Create curriculum, is arts-based learning and creative education. But there are also skills beyond that, which are increasingly important in the 21st century. So, for example, the soft skills like having confidence, like perseverance, being able to solve problems. These are things that we really want to encourage and instill in our students here.
Daniel, you were once a beneficiary of this program and now you're giving back to the organization. How is it like being part of such a great initiative?
The experience has been amazing because, you know, like I started here as a volunteer and then later on I was taught like how to do educational lessons and how to like teach the kids. And then eventually I became an educator here. And then the cool thing also about working in this organization is we work with kids from all different backgrounds, and like most of them come from like low-income families. And then it's nice to have them come here and engage with us on a daily basis, you know, and like us having to teach them the stuff that we do here, like arts and homework help, and also do the skating.
What key lessons have you taken away personally from interacting with these young kids on a daily basis?
I've actually learned that, you know, as a person you need to have an open mind and also like just be patient and like listen, because we work with a whole lot of kids and they always come with different moods, having to deal with them, you know, like the patience and having to like understand that people are different and also not being judgmental. You know, like skating, you know, we're always learning how to fall and get back on our feet again, you know, so it teaches you to sort of like be humble and just know that you're also a person, yeah.
How is it like seeing some of the youth who have once beneficiaries of this program now giving back to the organization?
It's so important to the sustainability of what we do. You know, we don't just turn up for a year or so and disappear. We come here and we're here for the duration. Something like 70% of our staff are former students. And, you know, that's good from a sustainability point of view. It shows that we care in the long term. But it's also great because they understand our programs. You know, who understands the programs better than the people who have been part of them before?
For a first-timer like myself, how difficult is it to get into skateboarding?
It's actually not a difficult thing to do. It's just that it's a mental thing. For me, I really find it easier than what people think it is. So it's actually that easy once you get rolling on the board.
Creating leaders for a better world was always the goal of Skatistan, and their innovation, fun way of reaching out and developing strong, determined young South Africans is paying off.
Inspiring work done by South Africans to build the South Africa that we all want to live in. Well done to the team out there. Now we're back again on the couch, of course, with Dr. Eve. Relationship talk on a Monday. We're talking about talking to other people outside of your relationship, and this is relationship or friendship, about the problems you're experiencing. 0214309881. We have a caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this Clive?
Yes, good morning, Expresso team.
Hi, Clive. Great to have you on the line. What's your question or comment?
My comment is, Dr. Eve says it's good that somebody, when they are having problems in a relationship, that they speak to somebody about it, just in case something really bad happens, you know, and then the others are informed. But it's also very dangerous for women to speak to a man when they have problems in the relationship, because the man will take advantage of that, especially if he's got some hearts for that woman. And they will take full advantage of that.
Yeah, I think a very, very valid point that you made there, and Dr. Eve earlier on.
And that goes for both the man and the woman.
Absolutely. Okay. So I guess just highlighting there, Dr. Eve, that you've got to be careful who you choose to share it with, and to ensure that that person carries the interests of your relationship at heart and doesn't have any ulterior motives.
Yeah, and so you really want to choose, be choiceful of who you're going to be sharing it with. And when you're in pain, you're very vulnerable. And so you turn to whoever is around, and it may be people who are inappropriate. The most inappropriate people that you can turn to are your children. And I really, really want to be clear with viewers around that, and love to invite you, if you're struggling with that, to call in. I'm the agony aunt today, so call in and let's talk about that stuff.
And you can stay anonymous, yes.
Yeah, you can, because that is really the most dangerous. What Clive said, use the word dangerous, I agree with him. To turn to your children and to start moaning to them or sharing with them what's going on, either with their parent or with their step-parent or with a man or woman that you happen to be dating. You really don't want to include your children in your own personal difficulties that you're having in your relationship. That is really harmful to children. And it's very seductive to do that, because children are around a lot.
And they're very receptive.
They are. They're also very aware of what's going on. So they may even say, hey, you know, mommy, daddy, what's going on? And we can see that you know, why are you crying? Please, just
don't do that.
Just respect your children's right to not be involved in that kind of stuff.
Okay. Now, Dr. Eve, who is a good person, or who is someone you can confide in? Who's on that list?
Who's on the list? A therapist, a counsellor.
A therapist, a counsellor.
Call SADAC, which is South African Depression and Anxiety Society. People need to talk. There is no doubt about that. And people need to be talking to somebody who's neutral, who's really you're going to feel, because when you're in a professional relationship with somebody, you want to feel this person is with me. This person is really only interested in me. And if you talk to a family or friend, you know that they've got divisive interests, really, because they should be interested in both of you. And then, as you know, when we go through conflict or even infidelity, we know that there is healing that happens between you and a partner. And then you, as the family or the friends, you're left with the situation of watching this healing happening. And now you've got this information that you didn't really ask for, but you've got a slanted view of the other partner. And so how do you now relate to the other partner who's hurt your friend or has hurt your child? You now got to have a neutral relationship with this person, which is kind of an unfair situation to be placing family or friends in. So I think you really want to be very careful, and at a certain point when you've done some healing and self-reflecting, that's a time to turn to a friend and say, you know, I really need to talk.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to keep our lines open.
Yes.
0214309881. And when we come back, I want to ask Dr. Eve about when you do find that ideal person to share with, the person who is objective in their viewpoint, how do you go about sharing the right kind of information so that your viewpoint isn't skewed and you're just talking negatively about the person that you're complaining about or whatever that may be? But in the meantime, give us a call. We'll be right back.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
He's come to you as the summer sun, to woo you out of oblivion. Anchored at your side as you.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso. It's Monday morning and it's time for Dr. Eve to share her wisdom with us as we continue our conversation around involving a third party if you're having a problem with your partner or a mutual friend and who not to talk to, because it's natural for all of us to want to talk. But if you want to talk to us, our lines are open. It's 021-430-9881. We have the agony aunt with us. You can stay anonymous, but you know what? This is a very important conversation to have.
Yeah. Because people do need, I repeat, people do need to have somewhere to go to. People also write, and that's, you know, kind of where online comes into it as well, where you can online talk to a total stranger and share with them things that are really important to you until your partner finds out and then accuses you of cyber infidelity. But that's part of the healing of the online world, is that you're talking, you're expressing, but you don't really care or know who the person is. So it's kind of low risk.
Just before I touch on the question that I said I was going to pose before the break, what are the dangers of not talking?
Yeah, that's a great question as well. It causes, I mean, long term, you build up and you build up and you build up with what I call you bottle. And then there's depression that can happen. There's a huge amount of anxiety, and then you're not able to really function in the world. People need to talk and to be sharing their emotions. I mean, that's why I'm a therapist, Katris, because I recognize the value, the importance of people having a safe, neutral, what you were saying just now, Zoe, neutral, non-judgmental space to come into a therapy room where you can just be held and contained. And it's always like interesting for me, because sometimes people will come into a first session with me and I will just be silent for the entire hour because this person just needs to be able to talk. And they'll walk out and they'll say, I feel so much better. Thank you so much. It's like, I've just held this space, which is just such an important space to hold. People have a right to that. And that's why there are organizations like SADC, like FAMSA, which offer free counseling for people who need to be able to talk, because you don't want to sully your relationship by having to go to family and friends who, as I say, may give you wrong advice and be very skewed in their approach.
Well, Dr. Eve, I want to know from you, before we unpack this a little bit more, when you're ready to talk or share with someone, whether it's a therapist, like you said, online writing is a great way, what is the conversation you need to have with yourself first? What do you need to say to yourself first before you share it with everyone else?
Well, that's a great thing. First of all, to give yourself permission to feel that I am in pain. And where do we go to? Is to our gut. That's where the inflammation happens. That's where your pain sits. And you want to recognize that I am in pain, because a lot of people dismiss that and just become, work harder, go to gym, take drugs, take alcohol, diminish the pain through destructive means, instead of being able to talk to somebody about it. So it's very bad for you just to keep things bottled in. You get sick, you get physically ill, Zoe, if you do not actually become vulnerable and express yourself to somebody who you feel safe with. And that's the effective word, is who do I feel safe with? The most, the person that you should be talking to is your partner. is directly with your partner. Be able to have a healthy relationship where you can say, you know, whatever you just said to me really hurt me. And be able to have an adult response. And yeah, I have a great partner who does that. To be able to have that conversation with your partner, that you don't need to rely on external people to be able to share that stuff with, which is it's not a comforting experience for you, because you do feel once you have shared, my God, you know, maybe I was disloyal to my partner, that didn't really ultimately give me the soothing that I require, I wanted from my partner. And so that's what I hope that people will be able to do ultimately, is to be able to talk with each other.
Yeah. And obviously that's the ideal that you were sketching there. So if you do find yourself sharing, whether it was with a therapist or it's with a family member or a friend, how do you relate that message over in an objective, truthful, honest way so that you get the right kind of advice?
Right. That's a difficult one, Kat, because it comes back to self-soothing and timing. If you are so emotionally heated up and you're just going to pick up the phone and say, Ma, this is what just happened here, you know, he called me this, or she did this to me, or she's not good to the children, or whatever there is, there's going to be an emotionality which is going to diminish. And then you're going to get rational and say, you know, can you phone your mother back and say, actually, it wasn't so bad, because the mother's now inflamed, and the mother now wants to just take on your partner and beat him or her up. So you really need to take time and calm yourself down, which is why journaling really helps. Calling up a helpline like SADC or like FAMSA helps, just to take that initial emotionality away. So when you do talk to a parent or you do talk to a friend, there is more factual information that you're giving. But you know, you want to do that because you just want to be heard. You want to be heard by somebody. But there's some information you should never share, Kat. Never, ever share.
Like?
Like what goes on in your bedroom. You shouldn't be sharing about that. You really shouldn't. You shouldn't be sharing your online sexy sex messages or sharing images of your naked partner. No. You just shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be sharing their personal stuff either. You shouldn't be sharing their money situation, their job situation, confidences that they've given specifically to you. You really want to be cautious about what you share when you're inflamed.
All right. Well, we have details for you on the screen, the SADC number, should you have a need to call it. It's 0800 12 13 14. Save that number somewhere on your phone somewhere.
Absolutely.
Speed dial. It's really one of those important numbers that you need to have with you. And thank you very much, Dr. Eve. We hope that you found the conversation enlightening. We'll do this again next week. Thanks, babe.
Right, jumping to the kitchen right now, we know it. Pasta is like the ultimate comfort food, but often, sadly, needs to be avoided on a weight loss program. Well, pasta lovers, don't worry, because we understand your suffering, and we'll be showing you how to make squash and chicken spaghetti, which is a guilt-free alternative that is as good as the real deal. Not only will we be using healthy B-Well canola oil, but we'll also add B-Well's reduced oil mayonnaise, which is not only low in fat, but also vegan-friendly and tasty as well. I've got my man Kagiso in the studio, my brother.
Man.
So good to hang out with you a little bit, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Hey?
I feel like you're trying to tell me something. Like hint,
Not
hint,
at all, bro.
Omega-3, low fat.
I'm going for the 7% saturated fat only in our B-Well canola oil and high in omega-3s, because that is what you need to get this all functioning when you're on stage, you know.
Good for the brain.
You know, you don't want to have a bit of a brain fart on stage, you know more.
This is very true.
So listen, we said it's going to be squash and chicken spaghetti, but as you can see by our final product, the squash basically replaces the spaghetti. So this is a very low-carb kind of meal, perfect, and it's going to sort you out with all those healthy fats and oils in your brain.
This is the one that is perfect for me and the producer of the show, because we need the low-carb stuff, right?
You see now? Listen, so first and foremost, you got your squashes just like this. You're going to pop them into the oven and roast them for about 15 minutes up until they come beautiful. Look at that. Nicely roasted.
Yes.
And then you take them out, you throw in your tomatoes and your chicken with it, and you all roast it together up until it's done. Easy, okay? So then, we need to make a bit of a pesto using basil and avocado. So it's going to be very, very easy.
Avocado pesto, let's see.
Yes. So we've got our basil in here. And you know, most it's nice and green, you know?
Lovely.
They say anything green, anything green is good for the blood.
This is true.
We got some sun-dried tomatoes. You like sun-dried tomatoes?
No, but...
Okay, well, I don't care.
Good flavor.
Go in there. so got some avo as well. Let's get that in there, my brother.
Lovely.
So you see now, there we go.
There's a pesto that we're putting it together.
Hey?
Right? There's that avo pesto.
This is the avo pesto we're going to put together.
Oh, lovely.
Let's get it. You want a whole avo, yeah?
Whole avo, let's
Should we
go.
do the whole
Yeah.
thing? You like avo, yes?
Love avo.
Good.
That's also rich with good fats,
Yes,
right?
yes, my brother. You see, you know it. And then we're going to use our hero ingredient here. We got some of our canola oil there, if you don't mind me passing it.
Canola oil, there we go.
That's it.
There we go.
Your healthy alternative. Just a quarter cup. That goes in there.
Really high with omega-3.
Very high in omega-3, man. And then, of course, like we mentioned, our Be Well canola mayo, that's got the reduced oil as well. I'm going to pop a nice big spoon in there.
That's vegan friendly as well.
That's right. So if you are following a vegan diet, you can of course not use the chicken naturally.
Yes.
And then just go with your tomatoes and your squash.
Be Well has got your back.
That's it. And we're going to have a little bit of a dash of water in there as well. So you can obviously just see how thick you're going to make this. You can adapt the water ratio in there a little bit. So let's see if we got this right, brother. Let's see if we got this right.
This is one of those, if it's too thick, add more water type of ice.
Just like that. Come, boys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. Look at that. Yes, we got it. We got it. Looks good, eh?
It looks good, yeah.
Yes.
It looks nice and thick. It's beautiful.
Okay, so let's start layering this guy. Look at that. Dude, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let me just grab a cloth here. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. Now, let's start scooping out those gem squash. Now you need to work, my friend.
Let's go.
That's it. You can use a fork, you can use that, and just get it all on there. Beautiful stuff. Now, the keyword is Be Well. SMS that to 33728. That's Be Well to 33728.
All those years of watching cooking shows is
That's
now
it. I wanted to ask, man, how are you in the kitchen? Can you handle yourself?
Not bad. I'm not bad. I'm doing good with the squash. I mean, it's just a squash, but I'm killing it.
Nice. I like it.
I'm using all the squash.
All of it.
Love
Get it in there.
Cool.
Listen, we're going to be finishing off this one day. One day, Kagiso will be finished with his squash.
There
Listen,
we
the keyword is Be
go.
Well. Isn't that to 33728? If you missed any of the steps so far, let's quickly take a look.
The beautifully
All
roasted squash
Okay,
over
cool. Well,
there.
we don't have recaps, so now let's layer it quickly. Excuse my hands. Hands are clean. That's going to go on
Favorite
there.
ingredient, chicken.
Bam, bam, bam. Just like that. Some tomatoes. Just like that. You like tomatoes, yes?
I love tomatoes.
All right, dude. And
Beautiful
now
pesto.
we're going to get these guys, the pesto on there, just like that. And then if you have a basil leaf left over, you can sort that out there. Bam.
For garnish.
Smell that. Smell that, bruv.
Oh, delicious.
You know, healthy.
Smells good. Smells. The basil is coming through.
So now, dinner. Tonight, I want you to tweet a picture. All right? And then the whole country wants to see how you've made this. Okay?
It's going to be real spaghetti.
Kagiso, good to have you, my friend. Thank you very much for helping out. So good to have you. Be Well to 33728.
So we're going to continue in the kitchen after the break. We're going to whip up chicken braised in soy milk and majul date salsa. I have no idea what a majul date is.
I don't know what a majul is. Hey, that sounds yum, though. I'm always on standby for any meal, any meal. Well, listen, also still coming up after the break, we've still got Aura and the Kites. They're flying us home after the break with a gem called Home, so stick around.
Add a little goodness to your day, your friend's day, and make your school's year as the Crush Share the Goodness campaign returns. Last year, the Crush crew gave away 10,000 pairs of shoes to school children across South Africa. By watching Expresso from spring through the summer and refreshing yourself with your favorite Clover Crush flavor, you stand daily chances of winning for yourself, your friends, and school. Details to follow on Expresso.
She's come to you as the summer sun, to woo you out of oblivion. Anchored at your side as you
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Clover Good Hope Soy Milk. Soy goodness naturally. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. We've got a few moments to savor this morning, so we're going to do that in the kitchen. Chicken braised in soy milk and served with a sweet medjool date salsa that makes for a great Diwali celebration dish this week. That is rich in flavor, but not too heavy. I love the sound of that. The fruit ingredient in this recipe, obviously the medjool dates, and the goodness of Clover Good Hope soy milk lends an incredible honey-like flavor to the chicken. I'm getting these wafts of flavor already. Taste this just once and you'll be surprised that the thick, syrupy consistency of the sweet sauce was achieved not only without sugar, but also without the addition of any sweetener. Angel, you look already amazed.
I'm just
already
excited because you said date, and I've been single for a long time.
Not dates. Dates,
Hey, listen,
multiple dates
I get
we've
multiple
got going
dates
on here.
without Tinder, so I'm in.
Booyah. So we're not swiping any direction. We are staying right in front of us. Ewan, get cracking,
Dude,
buddy.
This is such an easy kind of recipe, but it's so flavorful, which I absolutely love
the
as
smell,
well.
bro,
So
is
first and
amazing.
foremost, you have a hot pan and you kind of braise your chicken in there, get it nice and brown on all sides. Okay, cool. So now we're going to just take a little bit of olive oil. Just going to pop that in there. Bam, bam, bam. And we want to get our onions going nicely.
The bam, bam, bam
The
sound
bam,
effect
bam, bam.
is important as well.
That's it. So if you don't mind, giving it a bit of a stir.
No, you get the woman in the kitchen to cook.
No, it's just because you're a guest, you see. So basically explain to us what it is that you're doing with the onions right now.
I am trying not to mess them up.
Right, we like it. I like it. The acceptable term would be
you're
sweating
succeeding.
onions.
Oh, sweating.
Yes, yes.
What, saute.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess.
A girl
Woman
looking
saute
for a
means
date does not use the word sweat. Okay, that's just
Blow the onions.
I'm sorry. We're in the kitchen. We're using kitchen terms, okay? So now we have our spices going in here. We've got some bay leaves.
Although it is true that I like to sweat on my dates. So.
Well, you know, let's
You
get
do it
some
No
right.
olive
sweat,
here.
guys, no sweat.
Okay. Just a touch of saffron goes in there.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, you know saffron. And some garlic. Just stir
Oh,
that.
the
Oh,
saffron's
that's
going to give it a
great
pop
now.
of
No
colour
kissing
as well.
anymore.
So we know Diwali coming up on Wednesday, the 7th of November, so right around the corner. So we're going to get some amazing cooking to break fast, and love this kind of sweet explosion. The fact that we are not using too much, you know, in terms of obviously the nutritional value, using our soy milk, our Cape of Good Hope soy milk is a wonderful dairy alternative. But this is simple. It's not too many additives, GMO-free.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're getting our sugar content from the dates, that's brilliant.
That smells amazing.
It does.
There we go. Okay, so now the chicken goes back. And once that is back, we got
I feel like the heat's
our
off.
Clover Good Up soy milk. It's fine, Angel. It's a hot pan.
Okay.
So now you just put some of this.
It's a hot date.
You know. And now you just go and you reduce all of this. So the oils from the chicken and the olive oil that you put in there is all going to come together very nicely. So you reduce that.
So this
it's gonna
works for
thicken up very
lactose
nice.
intolerant people as well, which is great.
Absolutely. So there you have it. Now with our dates, we have some red wine vinegar. That goes in there. A little bit of olive oil as well. And you let that marinate.
Now the date's starting to cool. The date's cooling a little bit.
It's got to marinate. You've got to wait 2 days before you taste it.
And I mean, this... Let's quickly take a look at how we made this again.
It's getting steamy. It's getting steamy.
Chicken braised in soy milk and served with a sweet medjool date salsa makes for a great Diwali celebration dish that is rich in flavor but not too heavy. So why not try this Clover Good Hope soy milk recipe? For this recipe, you'll need 500 ml Clover Good Hope soy milk, 4 chicken thighs, 1 onion chopped, 2 garlic cloves chopped, 2 bay leaves, 1 pinch saffron strands, salt and pepper, 100 gram medjool dates pitted and chopped, 30 ml Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil, and 2 teaspoons red wine vinegar. Place chicken thighs in a hot pan with Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil and brown on all sides. Remove chicken and add chopped onion. Add garlic, bay leaves, saffron, and stir to combine. Then add the Clover Good Hope soy milk and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Return chicken to the pan, season with salt and pepper, and cook until tender. For the salsa, add medjool dates to a bowl. Add red wine vinegar, Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil, and mix well. Serve with a date salsa.
Soy goodness. Taste this just once and you'll be surprised that the thick, syrupy consistency of the sweet sauce was achieved without any sugar.
Made with love by Clover.
Without any sugar, indeed, and made with the goodness of soy, vegan-friendly, GMO-free, and quite spectacular in its finished product, dude.
Not bad. So the keyword is Clover, SMS that to 33728. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, you can also go check out our website, Expresso Show, a little bit later on today. It'll be uploaded for you there. But here's a date for you.
Oh,
in fact, you can have two.
Did it feel like a date?
She's okay.
I got a date.
Did it feel like a date?
I mean,
let's make it a date.
Feels like a date if I put them together.
Good Hope Soy Milk. Soy goodness naturally. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, of course, one of the great benefits and advantages of living in Mzansi is the weather. There's beautiful, sunny, warm days, stunning sunsets, which make outdoor entertaining such fun. And of course, the good news is that with some preparation beforehand, the party can be quite low maintenance. So get ready to take advantage of the summer and your garden. And whether you're entertaining indoors or al fresco, everything must be spick and span and ready, shiny clean.
And that's right, the bad boys are here with the tips of how you can do this. Now, Mec dishwashing liquid is the best performing dishwash liquid on the market. It's high active foam formula combined with the power of lemon cuts grease, removes food residue and leaves items thoroughly clean. Now, Mec multi-purpose cream cleaner contains an effective detergent and a soft abrasive to easily lift dirt and stubborn stains, leaving surfaces shiny clean without scratching. And then there's Mec multi-purpose thick bleach, which combines the cleaning power of a detergent with the germ kill of bleach to clean, remove odors and disinfect, giving you 24-hour germ protection.
Yeah, so how about this? Of course, look at your entertainment area, your patio or entertainment area itself. That lends itself to becoming a kind of an outdoor kitchen and prep area for the party. So what you need to do is bring out all of your ingredients that you need on a trestle table for food preparation. Now, having all the necessities easily accessible gives you more time to actually enjoy the event, so you're not running back and forth between the kitchen. Use your tea wagon as a mobile drinks trolley for glasses, bottles, ice buckets, and all of the basics. And of course, don't wait until the day of the party to clean the braai. Do it before.
Do it before. Okay, okay. Now, what else must you do?
Tell me how to clean the braai, because you know how to clean the braai.
That's an easy thing. I've done it many times. Remove the grill and the grate and scrub with neat Mec cream cleaner on a wire brush. Then wash in a strong solution of Mec dishwashing liquid to remove all the traces of grease and grime. Then, braai utensils can look quite grimy and rusty. Now, a good scrub with Mec cream cleaner will remove any burnt on dirt. Rinse and dry thoroughly before you use it. And then you must wipe over the food preparation areas around the braai. Make sure that all the surfaces are thoroughly cleaned using a strong solution of Mec cream cleaner in warm water. Then you follow with a wipe over with a dilution of Mec thick bleach to thoroughly disinfect.
There we go. This whole thing here, anyanye, see, on the hot braai.
That's not clean enough. That is not the way to do it.
Now, of course, before the party, pop your serving dishes and glasses into a hot sudsy solution of Mec dishwashing liquid. Allow them to soak for a short while, then rinse and dry them thoroughly.
Okay, now apart from adding ambience to your alfresco dining area, candles can serve a dual purpose. Citronella or even eucalyptus candles will deter mosquitoes and other pests, which is great. You don't want those interfering with your braai.
Absolutely. So Mac, of course, makes it very easy for you to clean. And in fact, you can win a Mac hamper every week. Let's congratulate our latest winner, Musang Komo, who won the hamper for last week. Congratulations. To stand a chance of winning, SMS the keyword MAC to 33728. SMSs are charged at R50. No free SMSs apply, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Now, this week's giveaway will end at midnight this Friday, so get entering now.
Bad boy.
What you gonna
Mac
do?
dishwash liquid has a high foam formula that quickly and easily cuts through grease. So, switch to Mac, the best performing dishwash liquid in SA.
Well, we are taking the quickest of breaks. When we get back, another opportunity for you to spin and win on Expresso.
Some amazing prizes. Then we all get rewarded with another brilliant performance. And the kites, they are here to perform just for you one last time, so don't stray too far.
What's your flavor? Cool down the tasty way this summer and enjoy a moment in between with Mac Cafe.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. It's your Monday morning, and I do hope that you are feeling absolutely amazing. Well, how not if we get to spin the wheel for you, because the holiday season is here, the summer is here, and our Loot.co.za Wheel of Fortune will definitely inspire you to head on out, explore the outdoors. Our backyard is beautiful with some incredible prizes up for grabs. Now, it's very easy for us to be able to spin the wheel for you. If you want to be eligible, what you need to do is download the brand new Loot.co.za app, install it on your smartphone, then you take a screen grab of the home page on your phone, and you WhatsApp that picture to 071-640-6551, and you could win. It's very, very easy, and also don't forget to register on the app as well. So let's quickly run you through the prizes up for grabs for the last time on your Monday morning. We have a Char Griller Acorn Kamado. We have a National Geographic binoculars up for grabs as well. Extreme Living Firestorm gas stove, which is amazing. A Vango Latitude 200 sleeping bag, Tasman 3V tent. We have an Austrail RV jumbo chair up for grabs as well, an Alva canister oven, and also an Alva Amakuka stand, and that one is valued at 1,299 Rand. So there are some fantastic prizes. Now, our last caller for this Monday morning is none other than Alvin from Cape Town. Alvin, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I am lekker, Alvin. I'm lekker. Listen.
That's fantastic.
So are you quite the outdoorsman?
Yes, quite the outdoorsman. I love camping.
I love it, too. Dude, man, we have the most epic places to go and camp, especially down here in the Western Cape. So you've heard
Most
some of the
definitely.
prizes. So which prize, which number would you like to go for, Alvin?
Well, definitely number one.
Definitely.
I love to try.
Okay, the Char Griller Acorn Kamado. All right, dude. I'm going to give this wheel a spin for you. I'm going to hold thumbs for number one, but I mean, all the prizes are absolutely fantastic.
No,
do you want me to give it full force or just go medium or slow? What is this? Is your call, man.
Give it full go. Give it a full go.
All right, here we go. Ready? Ready? Yeah. Yes. Okay, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? All right, Alvin. We are hoping for that number one. Whoop, number one comes and goes. Yes. And it's slowing down. Alvin, where is it going to stop? Where is it going to stop? Ooh, okay. There's still a chance. Is there still a chance? Ooh, no, it's not a chance anymore. Okay, we're going to stop at number... Oh, so close, man. So close. Well, number two, my friend, you walk away with National Geographic binoculars valued at 604 Rand, Alvin.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, my boy. There we go. Enjoy your prize, and thank you very much for connecting with us and shopping on Loot.co.za. There we go. Alvin from... That's it, Alvin. Thank you very, very much. Fantastic prizes. That is it for today, but we will, of course, continue tomorrow. But, I mean, if you are feeling inspired by the outdoors, head on over to Loot.co.za, which is an online retail store offering over 14 million products across 17 departments, and you can shop across a range of books, electronics, kitchen, home, outdoor, DIY, toys, health and beauty, and a whole lot more as well. Once again, if you want to be eligible for us to spin the wheel, download the brand new Loot.co.za app, install it on your phone, take a screen grab of the home page, and then you WhatsApp that number to 071-640-6551, and we'll be spinning this wheel again for you tomorrow.
All right, congratulations to all our winners. And as we bring this Monday to a close, we have one more live performance from Aura and the Kites. And just in case you're wondering where you can catch them performing live or doing their thing, where can we follow you guys?
We have all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. The Twitter's a bit shaky, but we got it going.
And right now you were saying you are in the process of planning the recording of an EP.
Yes.
When can we expect it? I don't know, you don't want to speak too soon, but is there a planned date?
I mean, I think let's expect a single first.
Yeah.
And that'll hopefully be done by the end of this year, if not early next year.
Yeah, I was doing that purposefully to put pressure on you so you can actually get it done. All right, what's the last song you're performing for us?
The last song is Home. It's about love. We're going to take you home with Home.
Oh, there we go. Monday morning, let's take you home.
Clover.
Another feel-good production.
There's a current here that drifts aloof, a lot like love that needs no proof. There's a current here that drifts aloof, a lot like love that needs no proof.